And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plainsire broadcast booth. Elan, Olliff, and Brad Francis bringing you the action live from Evanston High School as we get set for the final regular season game of the season. It is Evanston versus Jackson right here at Red Devil Gymnasium. 4 minutes left in the JV game, and it is Evanston 46, Jackson 9. We'll be right back with our scene set. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and also for today, we are live on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Taking care of yourself is important through all stages of life. Evanston Community Health Centers offers a holistic approach to a healthy body and mind that includes education, prevention, and networking. We offer medical, behavioral health, nutrition, and pharmacy services. We accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare, and have a sliding scale discount plan. Choose Evanston Community Health Center. Call 307-789-8290.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the Log Cabin on Bear River Drive.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plainsire broadcast booth. Elan, Olliff, and Brad Francis for our El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant scene set. El Paso, the best in the West, and we got a lot in our pregame show. But we're going to start with this scene set. And Brad, you look at the numbers. I got them in front of me as well. And Evanston had a good performance against Jackson when they played them back on the – I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, sorry. Back on the 31st of January, allowing 18 points. What does Jackson really need to do in order to try to make this game a different story?
Well, Jackson's team defense is actually pretty good. They hold their opponent field goal percentage to under 40%. They're at 38%. But they're getting a lot of attempts, their opponents, which that speaks to turnovers. They're turning the ball over a little too much. If they can keep possession, slow the game down a little bit, then they got a chance.
You look at the numbers for Evanston. Of course, they are one of the top rebounding teams in the 4A as they come in with 34 rebounds per game. That is second place. How dominant and how big are Emily Sawyer and possibly Brinkley Frankham going to be at the battle on the boards today?
Well, that's where you get Evanston's key here. They got the size advantage, and if they exploit that, even if they're missing those shots, those offensive rebounds are going to stack up. It's going to take a lot of work from Jackson down there on the post to slow down Evanston.
Evanston in their white uniforms, navy blue numerals, red trim. Jackson in the gray uniforms, black numerals, orange outline. That's your scene set today, brought to you by El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant. The best in the West. When we come back, we'll have more of our pregame show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball and Jackson basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Hey, Mark Anderson here from Base Camp Evanston, and we're here to outfit your adventure. Whether it's RVs and trailers, power sports, or the gear to take it to the next level, visit Base Camp Evanston and discover how we're outfitting adventure today.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plainsire broadcast booth. Elan, Olliff, and Brad Francis. Well, coming up, we have our Get to Know Your Red Devil segment, and we got a chance to visit with Evanston Vice Principal Scott Kohler. Mr. Kohler, after this, on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball, as well as Jackson basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network, online at mylocalradio.com, and KNYN in Evanston.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome to Get to Know Your Red Devils, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers, and we've got a special one today. Instead of talking with one of our Red Devil seniors, we thought we'd bring in some leadership, and joining us today, we have Assistant Principal Scott Kohler. Scott, how are you today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to do this really quick. I know you're a very busy person, so we'll do this quick and get it out of the way. So how it works is I've got 10 random kind of icebreaker type spotlight questions, and all you need to do is pick 4 numbers between 1 and 10, and those will determine your question. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, so what's that first number going to be?
Let's go number 1.
Number 1. So usually this is kind of asking a kid about their program, but what is your favorite memory from high school?
Oh, I loved high school. I went to Wasatch High School, graduated in 1998. Great experience. Gosh, my favorite experience. That's I chose a good question, didn't I? You know what? My high school experience was awesome. I loved high school. Maybe part of the reason I stayed. I'm still in high school, right? My senior year was pretty eventful. We were state champions in cross country my junior year, and we were runner-ups my senior year because Ogden came down to 3A, and that kind of sticks a little bit. We gave it our all, but we had a really great team, and a coach taught me a great lesson. He said, we can come here and have fun, or we can come here and compete. And we said we want to compete, and in the end, we had fun too. That's one of my memories.
That's awesome. All right, what's that next question going to be?
Let's go with number 4.
Number 4, what was your favorite subject in high school?
My favorite subject was, I had 2. I liked math and I liked social studies. Math, I actually struggled in math, though, in high school, which is funny. I taught math. I didn't ever dream I'd be a teacher or a math teacher even. In high school, I struggled at it, but I had great teachers. And I loved reading and social studies. I loved math just because it all made it just once you figured something out. That's what I liked.
I think we had another student say math was their favorite, and it's very, very black and white. There's a right and a wrong answer, right?
Yes. And I guess my third, man, I'm all over the place, but drafting, my drafting teacher, Mr. North, was probably my favorite teacher. I love drafting too.
That's awesome. All right, so we've got 2 more questions, so 2 more numbers. What's that first one going to be?
Let's go number 7.
Number 7, what is your favorite vacation spot?
I love Hawaii. I've been there once with my wife. We went for our 10-year anniversary, and if I have a choice of vacation spot from now on, that's where we're going.
Were you guys in Honolulu or Maui, or where was that?
We went to Honolulu first, and I think the next time we go, we're just going to explore a little bit around the other places. Once you get there, and it's just amazing. There's all so much stuff you can do.
That's awesome. Okay, one more question. What's it going to be?
Let's go number 9.
Number 9. What's your favorite TV show or movie right now?
A TV show or movie? You know, my wife and I love to watch Everybody Loves Raymond, and that's an older sitcom now. But I also love any Marvel. Any Marvel movie is awesome. I'll watch them every weekend if I can.
So you're kind of counting down the days till Ant-Man then?
It's coming soon. Yes, that's going to be a really good one, I hope.
I hope so, too. That is Assistant Principal Scott Kohler here at Evanston High School on our Get to Know Your Red Devil segment. Scott, thanks for being a great sport and doing this with me. Anything else before we wrap this one up?
I thank you. And Elan, I appreciate all you do for our school. Go Red Devils, and we love to hear you on the radio.
The girls just won the JV game as we put 10 minutes on the clock between now and the start of the varsity game. That's your Get to Know Your Red Devil segment, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. For all your cement, sand, and gravel needs, call Ellingford Brothers 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. When we come back, we'll have our coaches show. Jackson Bronx head coach Jeremy Shockley on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball and Jackson Hole Lady Bronx basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and also on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price. Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
When you're hungry for a fresh, juicy burger, a thick, mouth-watering steak, prime rib, a delicious fresh wrap, an amazing salad bar with soup, veggies, and fruit, or breakfast with all the trimmings, you'll find it all at the Legal Tender Restaurant. Just thinking about it makes your mouth water. The menu at the Legal Tender is filled with delicious options. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come and enjoy a wonderful meal today at the Legal Tender Restaurant inside the Best Western Dunmar Inn on Harrison Drive in Evanston.
Now you can get your oil changed, have minor repairs made to your vehicle, and get it completely detailed at one location in one appointment. T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston does body work and more, a lot more. If you need to have a trailer rewired, your brakes replaced, a chip repaired in your windshield, or your windshield replaced, you can get it all done at T-Bar Body Shop. This is the manager, Jeremy Rex, inviting you to stop in for a free quote today. T-Bar Body Shop, 515 County Road. Let T-Bar fix your car.
A big thank you to Coach Sean Shockley for joining us on the pregame show. Our levels might have changed a little bit. Colton, production note, if you could text me and let me know if those levels are okay. But a big thank you to Sean Shockley for joining us on our pregame show. We're going to step aside. We come back with from Evanston, Red Devil head coach Stephen Neal, as we are about 4 minutes away from the start of this one. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil and Bronc basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money 2 ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Red Devils. West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
We're going to go ahead and thank Stephen Neal for joining us and take a break. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Basketball on mylocalradio.com and K9.
Whether you're a high school student or a community member looking for change, let Uinta-Bosie's #1 and Western Evanston Outreach help you get started. Career opportunities await you when you further your education. Programs include workforce training, college credit for high school students, and college and career readiness. What are you waiting for? Find your passion. Enroll today. Call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Build your own juicy, mouth-watering hamburgers just like you do at home with 1, 2, or 3 patties at the Down Home Eatery. Also enjoy salads and sandwiches. Down Home Eatery is located on Highway 89. Dine in or carry out. Call 679-2002.
Take a bite into a sweet, delicious fruit pie complimented by the best pie crust ever made when you purchase a pie from the Pie Hole. The menu also includes sandwiches, soups, and salads for lunch or dinner. The Pie Hole, 1023 Main Street in Evanston. Love at first bite.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. We will streamline your workflow and increase your productivity by assessing your business needs and helping you choose the correct solution that fits the needs for your business. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
The final countdown blares as we get ready to welcome our Varsity Inc. starting lineups, brought to you by Varsity Inc. We're on your team. Hallie Brady gets the start on senior day. Emily Sawyer noticeably standing on the far end of the tunnel, so maybe that senior has sacrificed her start to give someone else a start, as Brinkley Frankham will come out as well. And number 34, Ellie Acey, a senior as well. And I'm guessing Kendall Fessler will come out next. Yep, number 42. So 4 of the 5 Senior Day seniors announced. And it's Autumn Hansen who will get the start on Senior Day. So your Varsity Inc. starting lineup for the Red Devils: Hansen, Acey, Fessler, Frankham, and Brady. Brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. For the Jackson Broncs, it is Naomi Roper, Zoe Bosch, Lucy Webb, Sierra Johnson, and Madeline Holland. Only one senior in that group, and that's Naomi Roper, as we get set for the start of this one.
Really cool gesture there from Emily Sawyer. She's been the starter all year, gives up her spot for Autumn Hansen. Just a cool moment here at Red Devil Stadium.
Zoe Bosch versus Hansen in the center circle. And away we go. Tip-off is won by Jackson. Roper goes towards the right side, and now the Broncs will continue to move the ball right to left, trying to get a lead in this one and draw first blood. Tough defense from Brady, but now kicks it over to Roper on the left side. Here is Jackson. Over towards the top, that's Webb. In between the circles, covered by Hallie Brady. Bounce pass in the lane, taken away by Evanston. Here comes Brady, goes to Acey. Calling for it was Fessler. She does get it on the right block, steps on the baseline, and it'll go back to Jackson.
Yeah, kind of up and down action there. 2 turnovers quick from both Jackson and Evanston. We mentioned that in the pregame that Jackson need to be careful on those turnovers. We thought Evanston would come out in a press here, and here they are putting pressure in the backcourt.
Here come the Bronx as they try to go. Bad pass taken away by AC. Bounces back out to Frankham in the center. Left side, Fessler. Now lobs it back out to AC on the right. Brady all on her lonesome. Left side 3. Off of the front iron. Rebound by Frankham. Under the net. Puts it up from about 4 out. And Evanston strikes first.
That's a pure stroke from Brinkley Frankham there. Nice to see her get that shot going early.
On the right side, this is Zoe Bosch, and she's forced out of bounds by the Red Devils. Jackson Bronx will keep the basketball. 6:54 to play in the first.
Coach Neal's done his homework, and he probably watched film from last game. He knows there's points to be had there on the press. Come out early in that.
Webb on the left side, double team, kicks it back out to Bosch at the top. Left-handed dribble for Zoe Bosch, the freshman. Left side, Webb, a sophomore, puts up a shot from the right side of the key. Good rebound on the bounce by Jackson. Straight away 3. No, she had a foot in the arc, and it's good. That looked like Lucy Webb for 2, and it's tied on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Coach Shockley would be happy with the start from Jackson, taking some good open looks. Saw one fall there. Bodes well for Jackson.
Brady to Fessler at the top, drives towards the right side of the key, back to AC on the left. Right side, long shot from Frankham. Goes off of the rim, pulled in by AC, goes back out to Frankham. Looked like Frankham missed on the base iron. His coach called that earlier a pro miss. He says they'll take that every time. AC on the right side, bad pass intercepted by Webb, going from one end to the other, going strong for the layup, off the glass and draws the foul, and Lucy Webb will shoot 2.
Nice hard take from Webb. Fessler just gets her in the body there, low, just over pursuing the play, gets to the line.
I'm going to point the camera down just a little bit there. As Webb will shoot the first free throw, short off the front. That's something that Coach Shockley has talked about, saying that he wants to see aggression from his girls. He wants to see them not be afraid to be the one to take the shot at the free throw line, and Webb is paid off for it as she rattles that one through, and it's a 3-2 Jackson lead. Fessler, long pass to Frankham at the free throw line, goes back to AC, looking for somewhere to go, back to Fessler on the right, goes to the block, puts the shot up, draws the foul, and Kendall Fessler will shoot 2.
Fessler, good take there, pushing the ball in transition. You can tell both coaches kind of want to get them running. You heard Coach Neal talk about that in the pregame as well, is that, hey, if we can get some easy points, get out running, then we don't need to worry about that basket having a lid on it, I think is what you said earlier. But, yeah, get out in transition.
First one from Kendall is short, and the best she can do is tie this game up in the infant stages. 3-2 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Elan, Olliff, and Brad Francis coming to you live from Evanston High School at the Les Schwab Plain Sire broadcast booth, and that's exactly what Kendall does. It's 3-3 on the board.
You sense a little nerves from Evanston coming out here. Don't look like their best basketball yet, but it's early. We'll see if they settle into this game.
Pass it towards the left side. Holland, great pass over towards the right. Missed shot from Jackson. Rebound by Evanston. AC across the center line with the right-hand dribble. Puts on the brakes, back out to Brady all by herself. Frankham left side 3, short. Rebound by Hansen on the bounce. Bounces it around the defense. Lob pass from Frankham looking for Fessler, but we got an offensive foul coming up on Kendall. Emmy Fessler and Emily Sawyer will check in, and Kendall Fessler will actually take a break. So
you get a nice ovation for those two seniors coming out in the first break there. It's good to see both of them and all the work that they've put in throughout their career.
Webb goes to Bosch, sends it forward to Roper, open on the left side. Holland puts up the jump shot from the right side of the elbow. Miss, rebound by Emmy for the Red Devils.
Jackson doing well on the last 2 possessions to break the press, finding some open looks at the hoop.
Brady on the left, thought about a 3. Instead, Frankham will just lob it to where Sawyer can get it at the right block. Takes one bounce, goes around the defense, puts the shot up and draws the foul. She'll shoot 2. First chance for Sawyer tonight.
Yeah, Sawyer comes in for her first one. That's one of those seniors that's been in the program since she was a 7th grader. And it's in and out for Sawyer. Goes halfway down, pops back out. Little nerves maybe on senior night.
Also, there might be that, that old saying, there's a fine line between rust and rest.
Yeah,
as
sure.
It's been a week since these teams have played. Sawyer off the back iron, bounces high. Rebound taken by Holland. And now Jackson with the basketball on the grade, but taken back by Frankham. Finds Brady back to AC on the right. Brinkley thought about a jumper from the elbow. Instead, it'll be a jumper from the free throw line by Sawyer. That one in and out. Pulled in by Fessler. Emmy for 3. Yep.
You love to see the freshman showing out on senior night. Emmy Fessler with a confident step back 3.
Now Jackson down by 3. Bad pass stolen by AC, and here come the Red Devils. Bounces it back out to Brady, who has been one of the top offensive producers on this team this year. Franco goes right back to Hallie, right side. Great lob over to Emily. One bounce, backs up against the defense, kicks it back out to AC. Her 3 ball's no good, but the put back in one smooth motion by Franco.
Can we have the play of the game in the first 4 minutes? That was a sweet putback. Didn't even come back down to the ground.
Ball was deflected away and out of bounds. Last touch, Jackson, it looks like. So they just lost the handle. It goes across the right sideline. And now AC comes out. And Emma Lonsway checking in for the first time as a varsity player.
Yeah, Emma Lonsway, the freshman, coming in, little point guard.
Brady back to Fessler at the top. Finds Lonsway, who just checked into the game. Back to Brady. Open right side 3. Yes.
You love to see Hallie Brady, also a senior, hit a 3 on senior night.
And that already makes this game different than the Star Valley game because Evanston had a really slow start, couldn't get a shot off. Right side jumper, good from Harley Rommel.
Rommel with the turnaround jumper there. That looks smooth.
Lonsway showing her speed as we've seen in the JV games all year long. Goes out to Brady, finds Fessler on the left. Brady, left corner 3, short, and rebound by Frankham. She goes for the second chance, no good. Rebound by Lucy Webb for Jackson, who goes into the crowd to pull that thing back. Webb along the right sideline, and she's bumped out of bounds, hip checked by Brady.
You've seen what Coach Neal mentioned before the game as well, that Brinkley Frankham could be the best player on the court on any given night. See the athleticism on 2 putbacks there. Second one didn't fall, but she's athletic.
Timeout called. We'll take it as well. It's 11-5 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN, as well as on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Whether you're working with a realtor or you're selling your home by owner, the title company you choose really matters. They handle all the research to make sure there aren't any bad surprises like hidden liens, unpaid taxes, forgery, easement restrictions, or access issues. At First American Title, the staff has a combined 140 years of experience and a 98% excellent customer service rating. Make the right choice. Choose to close with First American Title. 1048 Main Street, Evanston.
Jackson basketball down 11-5 to the Red Devils on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Right side, this is Bosch. Drives into the lane. Shot is up and foul. A hold coming against Evanston. I think that's Sawyer who's going to get it, and it is. So that'll send the Bronx to the free throw line. First one is up and short. I can't see the number from my angle.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time seeing it too. It was a good-looking shot online. She could make that if she just puts a little more on it.
I want to say that's Holland, but I'm not 100% sure. It is Holland. Goes 0 for 2, and now pulled in by the Red Devils. AC on the right sideline. Now kicks it back to Lonsway at the top. Back to AC, looking for it in between the circles. Bardsley, who just checked into the game, goes back to Aisley at the center. Lonsway, right side 3, why not? Off the front iron, rebound by Sawyer, off the glass, rattles through.
That's where Evanston has a real advantage in this game. They're solid on those offensive boards. Jackson needs to do a little bit better job of getting Emily off the block.
Red Devils by 8 with 2 minutes left in the first. Jump shot from the left side, free throw line extended, just kind of goes straight out of her hand instead of up and over the baseline. Last touch was Evanston. So Jackson inbound at the near post under the Red Devil basket. Holding it is Bosch. Bounces it back out to Webb, and she's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Evanston needs to do a little bit better job on those cutters, on those baseline out of bounds plays. Just kind of let her catch it there far too deep in the key.
We mentioned it earlier. Coach Shockley said that he wants to see aggression from his team. He wants to see them go through and not be afraid to take the contact, not be afraid to go to the free throw line. And so far, Jackson has done just that.
Yeah, they're getting good looks. They're breaking the press. There's definite improvement that you see from Jackson.
0 for 2 trip from the line for Webb. Rebound by AC. Back to Lonsway, who goes over the line. Bounces out to AC on the right. Puts on the brakes in the elbow. Flicks it back to Hanson. Jump shot from just in front of the free throw line. Rattles in and out. Rebound by Sawyer. And her shot goes off the bottom of the backboard. Jackson takes it back. Getting a board from Evanston. Speeding across the time stripe was Bosch. And now kicks it up. Straightaway 3. Short from Holland. It's over the baseline, but no, it's kept in bounds by Jackson, but picked up by Bardsley. Here come the Red Devils. Kicks it over to Lonsway on the left side. Drives towards the key. Bounces back out to Sawyer. Bardsley thought about a 3. Instead, she Euro steps into the lane, puts the shot up, takes the contact, and 1.
That's a nice play from Bardsley as well. I love when you attack that closeout like that, get into the teeth of the defense. She feels the contact, gets the ball in the air and off the glass and in.
Bardsley has been doing that all season, it seems like, too. She just seems to be getting stronger and stronger inside the paint.
She's got that really quick first step, when the defender's coming towards her to play defense, she's got this explosive first step that gets her right by it. She'll be a great player in the future.
Cannot wait to see her on the soccer pitch either this coming fall or spring, as that soccer season gets started March 22nd at Star Valley. Missed the shot, rebound by Sawyer, and instead of getting 1, they'll get 2 as Sawyer with the putback. 12-point lead for the Red Devils. Roper goes towards the left side to Johnson. Bounces back out to Roper, drives into the lane, puts the shot up, and good. Good looking charge there by Roper.
Yeah, way to attack on that. She found a lane on the side. Evanston needs to help a little quicker on defense.
AC on the right side. Kicks it back out to Bardsley. Open, deep 3 for Brady. Got it.
Well, Hallie Brady's going to make sure this last night she plays in Evanston's memorable for her. That's 2 threes already.
Long baseball pass in and out of the hands of Jackson, but recovered by Holland. Goes along the left side, loses the handle, kicks it back over to Brady. Sends it to AC. 14 seconds left. AC to the block, puts the shot up, draws the foul.
Now Jackson's playing better than I've ever seen them play in this first quarter. 7 points is great for them. But Evanston's matched it. They're playing pretty well in the last couple minutes as well.
AC with the shot, no good. Rebound by Sawyer, and she's hacked on the shot. She'll shoot 2.
This is where you're really starting to see Sawyer flex her muscles here. Those offensive rebounds and the putbacks. Jackson just doesn't have anyone that can match her size, and so they're struggling down low.
Sawyer, I think she went 1 for 2 from the line last time. First one is up and off the back iron. Just a touch too much power under that one.
Yeah, just get a little bit more air under that. Get the ball up and down. It'll fall.
Next one on the way from Sawyer. In and out. Rebound, though, by Brady. Bounces back out to Hanson. Bardsley gets it over to Brady. Left corner, 3. At the buzzer, short. And that's the first quarter. 1 down, 3 to go. It's Evanston 20, Jackson 7. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Basketball at MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN, also on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Kazine's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be. With brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more, visit Kazine's Furniture at 941 Front Street in Evanston.
Time for the Kazine's Ace Fan Cam, brought to you by Kazine's Ace and Kazine's Furniture. It has been a great season for Red Devil Sports, great year for Red Devil Sports, and it's always great to have Kazine's Ace on board to help us spotlight the hardworking fans as you see the #1 student section in the state here in Evanston. As it'll be an inbound play by Jackson to get us started here in the second quarter. 20-7 your score on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. And a bad pass stolen by the Red Devils. As Fessler goes to Frankham on the right side. Frankham for 3, spins in and out. Rebound by Brady on the left elbow. Frankham finds Sawyer in the paint. Back to Fessler at the top, right side AC. Left side 3 from Brady, spins in and out. Rebound by Fessler, and that is a foul.
Whew, I just made it up the stairs. We got someone on the camera now, so we're good.
That'll send Fessler back to the charity stripe as she went, I think she actually went 0 for 2 her first time there. We're going off of memory as my stats app had a little bit of a technical difficulty setting things up this morning as Fessler hits the first one. 21-7 your score on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
I think this is one of those games where both head coaches will be okay with that first quarter. Played well for both teams.
Especially Jackson. That's a team that averages 12 points per game. They have over half of that already. This could be a big step forward for Jackson no matter what the scoreboard says. Bad pass taken away by Jackson. Roper sprints across the line with Frankham in tow. Gets it back towards the right side to Burcham. Holding it at the top, Webb. Back over to Bosch. But, I mean, when you're rebuilding a team and you look at the roster that Jackson has, only one senior on the entire team. And 6 freshmen as the shot from Jackson goes off of the glass, picked up by Fessler. And you look at what their numbers are. They're averaging 12 points per game. You get 7 in the first quarter. That could be a sign of things to come for this Jackson team.
Well, definitely where Jackson's at right now, those little victories are the things you need to take, and pay attention to, and it's baby steps to get back to where they want to be.
Fessler, open left side 3, off the face of the hoop. Rebound is out of bounds and into the Jackson bench. Nobody touched it, so Jackson will keep the basketball.
Yeah, just a long rebound there. Slow to react from both teams. It looked to me as if Jackson may have touched it on the out of bounds, but they called Evanston's way.
Coming down over the line and fouled was Zoe Bosch. It comes against Ellie Acey. And that is the 5th team foul on Evanston. First one on Acey.
Well, you like how Acey's being aggressive there. Just needs to recognize where she is on the court. Still, right at half court. You don't want to foul that far away from the basket.
Webb on the right side, covered by Brady. Kicks it back out to Roper. One of the leaders on this team. Roper with the right-hand dribble. Of course, Roper, the only senior. Right side 3 is in and out. And pulled in by Evanston.
Been really impressed with Jackson's confidence in shooting the ball. They're not afraid to take them.
Frankham passes to Sawyer on the inside. Back out to Fessler at the top. Right side, Brady makes one bounce and now kicks it back out to Frankham. Left side to Fessler. Drives into the left block. Gets a nice little circle move around the defense. Steps into it and puts the layup up.
It's that up and under Euro step that's made Fessler's made so popular here. Gonna miss seeing that next year.
Pass to Roper. Goes off of her and brought in by Ann Kenny. And we've got a tie-up as AC saw the hesitation, got there and put hands on it.
Yeah, I got a little nervous there that AC was going to pick up her second there in about 30 seconds. That's what you get with her, though. She's aggressive all the time, so you might pick up a foul or two.
24-7 Red Devils on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard with 5:17 left in the second quarter. Bad pass looking for Brady. Nobody home over the baseline. Turnover to the Bronx.
Yeah, just lost a little bit of focus there from Fessler. Brady's tall. She's not that tall, though.
Marching forward, Zoe Bosch, the freshman, kicks it towards the right side to Webb. Dribbles towards the scorer's table, and AC does a good job kind of getting a hold of a loose ball and flicking it towards the Evanston bench.
Yeah, that press is still giving Jackson a little bit of fit there. They're trying to trap high in those corners, just make no possible outlet for a pass. That's the worst part of the court to be caught on. That's what they're trying to do. Jackson's done better recently.
Zoe Bosch goes to Webb, and that one is taken away. AC gets called for travel. Yeah, I was wondering about that as she came away with the ball kind of under her arm like a football player. And then there was 1-2 steps, and then she hit the ground, whistle called.
Yeah, I was going to say she looked like she was breaking through the offensive line there going for a touchdown.
Red Devils lead it by just over a few touchdowns. Taken away by Brady, and it's out of bounds, bopped out by Webb.
It does look like a football score right now, doesn't it? 24-7. Nice pressure on the perimeter there from Evanston. They're not letting Jackson get into their offense at all.
Fessler goes to AC on the right side. Back to Kendall at the top. Brady on the left, who has proven to be a dead-eye tonight, goes back to AC, and Evanston with 4:37 left in the half. They might be working some plays around in preparation for the regional tournament. Straight right side three from Frankham, no good. Rebound by guess who? Kendall Fessler, who is having a senior day, goes from the left side of the key and puts it up and in. Timeout called by Coach Sean Shockley. It's 26 for Evanston, 7 for Jackson. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball live on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Red Devils lead it 26-7 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Elan Olliff and Brad Francis coming to you live from the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. And right now, if you are Jackson, who just got the ball back, Brad, what do you got to do to kind of turn the tide a little bit here?
Well, Shockley's puzzle here that needs to figure out is that pressure on the perimeter. Jackson really doesn't have anyone that's able to handle that right now, just to be composed out there.
Johnson puts up a shot from the right side, and it falls through, and it's 26-9 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Well, maybe Johnson's the key. That was a nice baseline jumper.
Bardsley to Debenham, who just checked into the game, charges into the lane, and it's a shot, but it comes down right into the hands of Jackson. Trying to go on a little bit of a run here are the Bronx. 26-9, still a lot of work to do, but plenty of basketball to play. 3:38 to play in the second, and we've got an off-ball foul on the Bronx.
You see Coach Neal looking a little bit to the future here. He's got some players that he's trying to develop for next year as well. It's hard to balance that in a game like this where you want to highlight the seniors but also develop those young players.
Well, also, this is the final game before regionals, and it's a expanded roster at the regional tournament. Let's run through the Red Devil players. Autumn Hansen, the senior, is on there, but Addie Burton, J.C. Bardsley, Emmy Fessler, and Ryan Debenham are the other four.
Yeah, and there's a lot of potential. We talked about J.C. Bardsley earlier. She had that and one. I liked her defense there. They call an offensive foul, but she was moving her feet.
Yeah, it'll come against Bardsley. And that puts Jackson in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus for the rest of the half, which is 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
Oh, that was my mistake. They called a defensive foul. Didn't say that Bardsley was set all the way. I do like that aggressive defense, though.
1 for 1, and the first one is good.
It's a good-looking shot, and you know what? Jackson's almost already at their season average for points.
Their high is 20, which they got against South on December 8th, rather. So that is something that they will be keeping in mind, especially if you can go out and top your season best offensive performance in the final game of the regular season. That'd be huge for a rebuilding Jackson Bronx team. On the other side, Bardsley Euro steps into the lane, draws the foul, and she'll shoot 2.
I mean, millimeters away from another and one. You can see her athleticism. She gets a little bit more comfortable on the ball. She's going to be a tough one in the West for a long time.
Bardsley, the junior, hoping to have a say in what happens at the regional tournament as far as Evanston is concerned, but she's been a 2-year and will be a 3-year starter on the soccer team, which, by the way, they open up their season in Star Valley March 22nd.
Well, that's going to be the next big thing for all of these towns is how they get the snow off so we can actually play soccer, right?
Right?
I think there's 2 feet of snow out there at Red Devil Stadium.
Yeah, it very well could be. Bronx down by 17. Dribble toward the left side. Good spin move there from Webb. Kicks it out towards the right side jumper from Black, in and out, pulled in by Debenham.
You can tell that Jackson's just a well-coached team. They're not taking bad shots. They're running their sets, and they're getting some looks.
Bardsley called for a travel as she did take a few extra steps. And here's the hockey change from Coach Neal. Kendall Fessler, Ellie Acey, Brinkley Frankum, Emily Sawyer, and Hallie Brady.
And it's a pretty cool moment as well. A lineup of 5 seniors come in at the same time. Last time that these fans get to see these players, this is where you get goosebumps, right? Get the tissues ready for after the game.
Yeah. And, of course, they want the win. Right side jumper is good from Hayden Block, and that falls through for 2.
Like I said, there's confidence in those shots. Jackson's gonna see some success on that.
Sawyer with a nice hook shot from the right block, and that falls through. Tell you what, this is what Coach Shockley was talking about. Pay the price now to get success in the future, as this Jackson team will not be where they are right now in a year's time. You've seen the impressive progression throughout the season.
Yeah, you can't help but root for these Lady Bronx. There's just something about this team. They keep fighting even though it's been a tough year, and excited for what the future brings for them.
Fessler fouled on a layup from the right block, and Kendall will shoot 2 with 92 seconds left in the half. Invite you to stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision. Our vision is to improve yours. First one's a shooter's touch that drops through, and it is 30-12. Red Devils.
Yeah, you just love to see Kendall Fessler getting some points there. She's worked so hard. 4 years in the Evanston basketball program at the high school, and before that at the middle school as well.
Next one off the front iron, rebound by Jackson. Here comes Bosch along the left sideline. Goes into a trio of Red Devils, passes it back out as she's hitting the ground. Straightaway 3 from Burcham. No good. Rebound by Brady on the bounce.
Well, that's a big-time rebound. She got the ball high. 2 Bronx all over and still pulls it down.
Brady on the left side just pitches it back to Frankum. Fessler on the left. Thought about a 3. Instead, will go Sawyer. Bumps past the defender. Back to Fessler. Bounces it back to Sawyer. Hook shot off the glass. Rebound by AC. Puts up a shot of her own. Rebound by Sawyer. And that's why they're the number 1 rebound team in the state. Or number 2, rather, as Sawyer hits that one and stretched the lead out to 20.
Yeah, couldn't find the basket there for a minute, but Sawyer eventually finishes it off. So fun to watch all these seniors right now. I'm loving it.
Bosch with a pass deflected into the scores table by AC, and the Bronx will take over with an inbound play there. Bosch, the freshman, to do the honors. 35.7 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, Jackson needs to stifle this mini run here that Evanston's gone on, try and close the quarter.
On the left side, Rhodes kicks it back out towards the top to Burcham, who tried a straightaway three last time. Except this time it's a right side three by Bosch that cashes into the bank.
And it's, they have a really good shot at beating their season high. Bronx are shooting well tonight.
Pass to Sawyer on the right block, puts the shot up, spin around and in, and Emily Sawyer makes it 34-15 with 5 seconds left. Clock still rolling, 2 seconds left. It'll be a full court attempt from the Bronx, and that is the end of the first half. It's 34-15, your score on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. We'll be right back with our halftime show brought to you by UNTI Envision. After this, you're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on MyLocalRadio.com, KNYN, and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Red Devil Pride.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Dad, did you know that 80% of my learning comes through vision?
That's right. Poor vision can affect learning, attention span, reading, and confidence. At UNTI Envision, we know that annual eye exams are a critical part of your overall health and well-being.
Call to schedule an appointment, 789-3937.
The Evanston Classics live on MyLocalRadio.com as we have our UNTI Envision halftime show. Your score at the half, it's Evanston 34, Jackson 15, and some big reasons why these numbers are really important. We'll talk about them right after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on MyLocalRadio.com, KNYN, and online at the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Your score at the half as we start our UNTI Envision halftime show is Evanston 34, Jackson 15. And when you look at the numbers, you look at what is Evanston's best offensive performance of the year. It was 65 points against Kelly Walsh. They're right now on pace to pass that. But also the other story, Jackson averages 12 points a game. Their best offensive performance is 20 points. They are 5 away from topping that.
Yeah, Evanston, as you look at it, I bet Coach Neal is a little bit disappointed with some of the energy. He is tinkering with lineups, and he's, like we talked about, working out his younger players for the tournament. But he'll need a little bit more energy in the second half.
All right, we've got stats for Jackson. As right now, it looks like leading them is Roper with Zoe Bosch with 4 points. Half of their point total in the entire second quarter. By the way, it was a 7-point first quarter for Jackson and 8-point second quarter for Jackson. And for the Red Devils, they are being led a 20-point first quarter, a 14-point second quarter. Emily Sawyer with 10 points right now. And she is definitely your leader. You got Hallie Brady with 6, 3 for J.C. Bardsley, 4 for Brinkley Frankham, 3 for Emily Fessler, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Kendall Fessler. So those are your first half stats. We'll be right back after this with our halftime show brought to you by UNT Envision. Our vision is to improve yours. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Sire broadcast booth. UNT Envision halftime show. Didn't get a chance to talk with Coach Rob Watsabaugh before this one because the JV was actually playing at the middle school while we were getting girls interviews and all that fun stuff. But let's talk about this boys game. And Brad, you've made comments about the first Evanston-Jackson boys game. You think that that's actually kind of been the best game that Evanston has played all year. Go ahead and talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I loved Evanston's energy on defense, got in the passing lanes, and got some wide open looks. Drew Barker really came alive in that game with some runaway layups from those turnovers. I think if they can force those, you might have a close game like they had in Jackson.
4 minutes until we get started here. And for Jackson, there's an obvious key here, but not talking about the obvious. How does Jackson get this done tonight?
Well, Jackson, they need to not rely on the three-point shot. They shoot a lot of them, and their percentage isn't probably where they want it to be. They've got a mismatch underneath with Hannah, and I think that's who you're referring to.
Uh-huh.
They need to go there. That's where they'll get points, and if they can get Hannah going, they're hard to stop.
We've seen great battles between Andrew Hannah and Kai Barker in the past. I think we're going to see another one tonight, but also throw into the fray Clayton Cook, who we talked about was due to have a breakout game. He did against Star Valley. How big do you think Cook could be in this one?
Well, it's going to take a team to stop Hannah, right? He's going to force some double teams. With Barker and Cook, they are kind of the future of Evanston's big men. If they can stop him or slow him down just a little bit, then Evanston will have a good shot.
And Andrew Hannah and Kai Barker are the same years. That's right. This Jackson team is going to be back for at least one more year in its current state.
Yeah, that's what we looked at before the game. There's juniors all over the roster. Brunner and Hannah with another year of experience. I don't want to play them. They're scary.
Yeah. Well, the story around the boys team has always been once they get things figured out, they are going to be hard to beat. Well, in 2023, you can say they have got things figured out and they've learned how to win. Yet, although they did experience a skid that just came to an end last week in Green River, does that play onto your mind at all if you are Evanston?
I think they're going to try and do their best. Evanston's going to come in full of confidence. If you remember that last meeting, it was a 25-25 game at half, and I think Evanston believes that they can play with this team and beat this team, especially at home.
That's going to do it for our halftime show brought to you by UNT Envision. Our vision is to improve yours. We'll be right back with third quarter action after this. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball and Jackson basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Quarter number 3 about to get started. It's 34-15 Red Devils on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. And right now, if you are Jackson, how important is it going to be? I mean, you scored 7 points in the first quarter, 8 points in the second quarter. Do you think we can see Jackson score 10 points in a quarter here?
I think it's possible. They've got to be brimming with confidence right now. Keep shooting, Jackson. They had a couple fortunate ones, but a lot of those shots look straight and true all the way. And as you see those Jackson players get a little bit of confidence, that goes a long way, especially trying to end on a high note for next year.
And the Red Devils trying to get over 65 points for the first time this season. They're currently on pace to get 68 right now. How big would that be if you could have your senior day game be the game where you get your best offensive performance going into regionals?
Well, you just said it. Going into regionals, as much confidence as you can get. Just keep it rolling. You know, sometimes it's tough to get the looks you want in a game like this, but keep rolling, keep playing good basketball.
Webb fouled on the left side. It comes against Hanson. And that's the first foul of the second half. And Autumn picks up her first as well.
You can just tell Jackson's a little bit more comfortable on the ball out there in the perimeter than they were early this year. Like we said, it's all about progression, and they're getting better.
Bosch bounces it out to Sierra Johnson. Her shot missed on the right block, pulled in by Kendall Fessler. Here come the Red Devils, 7:37 to play in the third. Hanson on the right side, free throw line extended. Has to go back and chase the ball that she lost, but does get it back out to Kendall Fessler in between the circles. AC on the right side, 7:25 to play. Red Devils up by 19, excuse me. And a bad pass by Evanston goes into the sideline. Turnover back to Jackson.
Little miscommunication there from Brady and Frankham. Brady thought she needed to cut in, and maybe there was going to be a switch there, and Frankham just threw the ball. Miscommunication somewhere.
Right side Webb. It goes off of Evanston and into the Jackson bench, so it'll be an inbound play for the Bronx. Roper on the right side. The senior bounce pass intercepted by Brady. And now here come the Red Devils. Trying to get back in defense is Jackson. Brady has to go back out to Fessler. Finds AC on the right. Frankham at the top. Kicks it back to Fessler on the left. Takes one dribble. Back to Brady straight away. Now bounces out to Frankham on the right. Great pass to Fessler on the right block. Backs up against the defender and is crunched between two. Back to Frankham. Goes back to Fessler on the right side. Bounces it back out to Brady. Left side free throw line extended. Jumper in and out. Rebound by Fessler. Had to fight for it. Gets it back out to Frankham. Right side for three off of the front iron. Rebound is a whistle. It's a push against, I think they're calling that against Evanston, and they are.
I was so impressed with Webb on that play. She held her ground. They tried to post up Fessler twice down there, and Webb just stood firm. Didn't let Fessler do anything.
Second foul on Ellie Acey. Pass by Jackson's Zoe Bosch intended for Lucy Webb. Goes over the left sideline. Nobody touched it. Red Devil basketball.
Coach Shockley's going to be upset with that. They did so well breaking that press, and you can tell him he brings it off. Some of his players have a word about breaking that press. They can't lose the ball in their own backcourt. That makes for a tough, tough game.
Inbound by Frankham to Fessler. 6:21 to play in the third. Hanson at the free throw line. Hands off to Brady. Straightaway three, and that one rattles in and out. Rebound by Block, but she steps on. No, they're saying Evanston actually bopped it over the baseline, and it'll stay with Jackson. Hayden blocked inbound.
Coach Neal shaking his head. Hard to see that one going off Evanston.
Raina Rhodes inbound, gets the pass down court to Rommel On the left side, Jackson's Holland trying to work to the left block, taken out of her hands by Frankham. Brinkley calms things down, now floats it back out towards Fessler. At the top, left side, Brady thought about a three. Instead, it'll be Holland to play defense. Turnaround jumper from Frankham right in front of the free throw line, in and out of the hands of Jackson. Rebound by Brady, and she puts it back from where it came.
The majority of Evanston's points coming off offensive rebounds. Now we have a stop and play. Must be a bloody nose or something.
5:37 as a hockey change coming up for Coach Shockley. 4 new players on the court. It looks like he left Holland out there as Webb will get it along the left sideline. Bounces back out to Bosch. Now a pass to Roper at the top. Drives towards the lane, blocked from behind by Frankham over the baseline. And now here comes another hockey change of Coach Neal's own.
Yeah, we're getting wild with the subs in this game. I think that was Brinkley's 3rd block in about 45 seconds. She's been all over it.
J.C. Bardsley, Kiernan Simmons, Emily Sawyer, Emma Lonsway, and Emmy Fessler on the court for Evanston. Webb on the left drives with the right hand, and that one's broken up, but a foul called as Evanston is going to get called for the reach-in. It's coming against Emmy.
Well, you got to log your first foul on a varsity court, so good on Emma for playing tough defense. Got a little handsy there at the end, but played well.
Comes against the Red Devils. It's their 3rd. Roper bounces it back out to Webb. Puts up the shot under the net. Rebound by Sawyer, and she went up, got the rebound, and jumping with her at the same time was Zoe Bosch, the young freshman. Goes up and then kind of comes down with her hand on top of Emily Sawyer's head and kind of drags her hand down the front of her face, and they get her for the foul.
Yeah, it's like she was falling down a tree just trying to stop herself. Emily Sawyer's that tall.
Sawyer on the right block, kicks it back out to Fessler, right side 3. Yep.
That's that inside-out game. Throw it into Sawyer, and she's so good to find the open Evanston Lady Red Devil outside on the perimeter for the 3.
Roper drives towards the right side, gets into the elbow, puts on the brakes, flicks it back to Holland. On the left side, Webb. Looking on the right, put up the shot from the right block, Burcham. And now left side 3, Roper off the back base iron, pulled in by Simmons on the bounce.
Evanston's really turned up the defense in this quarter, not letting Jackson score. I hope we didn't curse them by saying they were going to beat their season total here.
Right side, Sawyer short. Rebound by Holland, though, on the bounce, as Webb will bring it forward along the left sideline, covered by Emmy Fessler. Floats it back out to Holland, left side 3, off the glass. Rebound by Bardsley, who is just ready and waiting for it. JC towards the right elbow, kicks it back out to Sawyer, who almost handed it off to Simmons. Instead, it's a left corner 3 from Fessler. Rebound on the bounce way outside by Bardsley, back over to Lonsway. Fessler on the left, finds Sawyer at the left block, retracts to the double team quickly over to Lonsway at the top. Right side, Bardsley drives into the lane, and she's fouled, coming against Bosch.
Bardsley, like we said earlier, she really puts pressure on a defense. She'll get into the teeth of them. Emily Sawyer almost pulled it on that 3. I wanted her to. It's senior night, get yourself a 3.
Bosch with her 3rd foul of the game, and now Jackson will do a mass substitution. Lonsway to inbound it at the far post, lobs it right back to Sawyer. Jump shot right side, Lonsway off the base iron, rebound by Sawyer, and she's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Sawyer's been a monster on the glass today. We don't have those numbers, but I'll bet she's approaching double digits with these offensive and defensive rebounds.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get rebound numbers, but I can tell you she was shooting 10 going into halftime, and she's got at least 11, and it's a 40-15 lead for Evanston on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Yeah, Emily Sawyer just puts so much pressure on a defense. When you're scouting for Evanston, number 43's got to be at the top of the list, and I'm sure Shockley's just, trying to figure out what to do with her.
That is Rhodes goes to Webb, bounces it back out to Burcham on the right. Roper open in the right corner, but Burcham drives into the lane, blocked by Emily Sawyer, rebound by Bardsley. JC into the lane, right block, puts the shot up, off the glass, spins around, and it's a foul coming against Bardsley.
Yeah, he calls an offensive foul on that one. Evanston fans not too excited about it. I can see the bench there for Evanston cheering on Bardsley for being aggressive. You like that take, let her go to the hoop.
3-2 zone on for the Red Devils, and they're putting it at half court as they're going to cause all sorts of trouble now. Rhodes bounces it back out to Burcham. Great feed to Rommel, but taken away in the lane by Bardsley. Dribbles along the right side, now switches hands, cuts towards the left. Back out to Sawyer at the top, finds Bardsley on the right. Simmons in the corner. Bardsley back to Sawyer in the right block. Way wide open, Emma Lonsway, left side three. Woo! And that is the first varsity points for Emma Lonsway.
Okay, that's got to be our play of the game. Did you see the pass from Sawyer before that? Little wraparound behind the defender's back, right in the pocket for Lonsway, and she drains it.
The first of many points in the career of Lonsway. As a great shot there. Didn't see who it was from. It was Burcham who puts it up and in. And it is 44-17 with 2:19 left in the third. Red Devils on top on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Evanston and Horizon High School students, start your college career now. Challenge yourself. Gain skills and confidence to help you succeed while taking credits toward the degree you want. Take Western courses for free while attending high school. Courses are paid for by Uinta BOCES #1. What are you waiting for? For more information, call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Burcham puts up the shot for Jackson, and a timeout is called. But right before that, you mentioned it, we might have our Dr. McKay Franco Precision play of the game here in the third quarter, Brad Francis.
Yeah, just that inside-out game that's been working so well. Emma Lonsway finds herself wide open in the corner. Emily Sawyer with one of the best assists of her career. Wraps around the defender, hits her wide open, drains it.
44-17, Red Devils on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. 2:19 left in the third. Jackson 4 points away from eclipsing 20 for the first time this season.
It's fun to watch the complexion of Evanston's team change as the younger players come in. They tend to be a little bit faster, want to run and gun just a little bit more, but it's fun to watch these two different teams kind of play at the same time.
Jackson basketball, and there's a foul that's going to come against Evanston. Or check that, just a simple turnover. Taken away by Hallie Brady, but not giving up on the play was Lucy Webb for Jackson. Here come the Bronx. Bad pass in the lane, taken back on the bounce by Hansen.
Yeah, Lucy Webb, only a sophomore. I like her tenacity and her aggressiveness. She's played well today.
Brady left side three, in and at one, was halfway in and just rolled out. Pass taken away by Evanston. They're going to get a second chance shot at this one. Fessler falling away from the net. She puts the shot up. Rebound by Burcham, and she's fouled by the Red Devils.
Fessler in complete disbelief there. She wanted the foul on the drive. It looked to me like she got her on the body, just kind of bounced her off her path there. So tough break for Evanston, but they'll come back on defense.
Third foul against AC, and it's the fifth team foul. Kicks it back towards the left side, and then pass intended for Holland on the right sideline. Deflected over by Hansen. Zoe Bosch to inbound it. Bounces it back out to Lucy Webb. Check that, that's not Lucy Webb, that's 31, Hayden Block. Kicks it over towards the left side three for Holland. Just short, rebound by Hansen for the Red Devils. Here comes AC on the right side. Looked like the ball might have hung up on her knee brace a little bit, goes to Sawyer, lob pass to Hansen at the left block, bounces back out to Sawyer, finds Fessler at the top. AC on the right side, and trying to get there was Zoe Bosch, but she made contact with the player instead of the ball, and that's going to come against her, and it's the 4th foul against Zoe Bosch and the 4th foul against Jackson.
You don't love those passes from Evanston that are just long cross court. Easily could have been a turnover and layup for Jackson. Got a little unlucky on the foul there.
Brady inbounds to Fessler. Less than a minute to play in the third. AC drives along the right side, gets into the elbow, kicks it back out to Sawyer at the top. Finds Brady on the left. Bounce pass to AC on the right, covered by Roper. Fessler open at the top. She does get it, but shut down quickly by Block. Kicks it back out to Sawyer. AC at the top, 28 seconds left. AC goes towards the right side of the key, flicks it back out to Brady. Straightaway 3, Hallie Brady, rattles it and out. Rebound by Hansen, no good. Taken back by by number 53, Rommel. And there's a whistle with 12 seconds left. It is the 7th foul, check that, 6th foul on the Red Devils, and the second one against Autumn Hansen.
Brady's had about 3 of those 3-point attempts go halfway down and pop out. She really wants that third one. Just a great shooter that we're going to miss here at Evanston next year.
Jackson trying to move the ball forward, ripped out of the hands by Ellie AC. Sends it forward to Fessler, but the pass is too hot to handle. It goes over the baseline well before Fessler is able to get there.
Yeah, Fessler almost joined the saxophone section over there in the band. She's hustling. AC with a foul on the on the out of bounds.
And Ellie AC just picked up her 4th foul. Came charging in to play defense, and just the brake pads must have worn out or something happened as she ran straight into the defender and puts Jackson in the bonus.
Well, Coach Neal got a lot of trust in AC. He's going to leave her in even with the 4 fouls.
AC getting back pats from her team as it will send Zoe Bosch to the free throw line. 1 for 1. First one from Bosch. Off the iron, pulled in by Sawyer. 0.4 seconds left, and that's the third quarter. It's 44-17 Red Devils going into the fourth quarter. You tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN. Also, Jackson Bronx basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
When you're looking for great deals on a vehicle, you'll find them at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. With 2 locations to serve you, let your adventure start here. Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, legend driven.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Hansen fouled right after the start of the fourth quarter, and she shoots 2. First one is off the back iron high.
Yeah, Evanston wants to see Autumn Hansen get some points on senior night. Hopefully she makes this one.
Hansen off of the front, rebound by Sawyer, puts it up and in. Red Devils lead 46-17 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Webb bounces it back out towards Bosch. Looking for Webb again, goes across the timeline, holding it high above her head to Sierra Johnson. Left side three is off the back iron from Bosch, pulled in on the bounce by Brady.
Evanston going to honor all different types of seniors tonight. Just excited to celebrate them for all the time, dedication, and energy they put into their high school careers.
AC with the layup, goes off of the glass, rebound by Sawyer. Right side three, Frankham off the base iron. Pulled in on the bounce by AC, and she's fouled as she's trying to make a move. And she was held. Inbound play coming up for the Red Devils.
So it looks like between these two games we'll be highlighting the band, the cheerleaders, the drill team, and then the boys and girls basketball teams.
Yep.
Did I miss anyone else? That's going to be fun.
Yeah, this will be a good time as they inbound to Sawyer. Lob pass towards the left side looking for Frankham, and that's picked up by Johnson. Roper now sends it towards the right side, towards Bosch. Puts up the shot. That one's short off the front. Rebound by the Red Devils. Sawyer with probably her 10th rebound of the game as she's been all over the place. Brady now gets it back to Frankham. Left side three. AC off the front iron. Pulled in off the bounce by Webb. She's off and running on her own, except Frankham's right there. Now gets it over to Roper off the glass and in. And that's 19 for Jackson.
Yeah, nice little break. Brinkley Frankham gets back in time, but Jackson comes back quicker, and they get the nice 2-on-1 bucket.
Sawyer on the right side goes to AC, and she's caught between three Bronx. They make contact with her, and that should put Evanston in the bonus as well, and it does. It's the fourth foul against Lucy Webb. Here comes the Fessler sisters. Hanson will check out for Kendall, and Brady will check out for Emmy.
Yeah, Autumn Hanson with some good energy. She didn't get the points she wanted, but she's played hard today on senior night.
First free throw is up and good from AC. And the Red Devils lead 47-19. As it sits right now, this is the fifth best offensive performance for the Red Devils. Now it's tied for fifth best offensive performance, tying the 48 they put up against South on January 5th. Hot pass taken away by the Red Devils. Frankham goes left side to Fessler. Back to AC, steps around the defense, puts the shot up, and called for a travel. Too bad it dropped through.
Yeah, it's a shame. She brought that third step down. It was a nice bucket, but taken away by the travel.
Inbound to the Bronx. Webb now a long cross-court pass, intercepted by Frankham. And now Fessler will just calm things down. Back to Frankham on the right side. Finds Fessler at the top. Emmy in the right corner with one dribble. Loses it, and it's into the arms of Roper. Here she comes, speeding it across the court. Puts on the brakes on the right side of the free throw line. Has to wrestle it. Right side three. Burcham off the mark. Rebound by Roper underneath the net, and it's ripped away by Fessler, though. Red Devils with it.
Yeah, Jackson gets the offensive board of their own. They don't have the size that Evanston does. Can't go straight back up with it. It gets stripped by Kendall Fessler.
Frankham on the right side, drives towards the free throw line. Putting up the shot is Emmy Fessler, and it is good.
Nice, nifty little play there. Gets Emmy Fessler wide open on the left-hand block.
For the Bronx, they've scored 19 points here today, and already that is the second best offensive performance they've had this year. But getting over that 20-point mark would be a huge deal. Left side three for Sawyer off top of the backboard. Rebound by Fessler, who took contact, put the shot up, and it just goes straight up. Taken back by the Bronx. Timeout called by Coach Shockley. We'll take it as well. Red Devils lead it 50-19 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and Cayman.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
Red Devils with an impressive showing, 50-19 over the Jackson Broncs.
Yeah, like we said earlier, though, there's a lot that Jackson can take positively from this game moving to the future. Really, they broke the press for much of this game, and they've had trouble with that all season, so that's a small win that they can take away here. Last few minutes, the press has given them some problems, but that's how it's designed. It becomes a grind by the end of the game.
I was about to say how much of that is because they have been playing so hard for so long. 4:25 to play in this game. Bosch gets called for a 5-second.
Well, and that's one that coaches love. Coach Neal will be happy with that. When you get that dead ball, you just stick to your defenders, make sure no one else can catch it. Evanston did well on defense.
Frankham to inbound it for the Red Devils, and it'll go to Fessler. Man-to-man being played by Jackson. Brady on the left side, 4:16 to play. Hallie kicks it back out to AC on the right. Kendall on the right corner. Lobs it back out to Brady. Frankham with the right-hand dribble goes to the free throw line, flicks it back out to AC. Left side three off the iron. Short rebound by Kendall as she jumped up to get that one back, but a Bronc player was trying to get there as well. Brushed the back of Kendall Fessler's legs, and she goes down hard, but she is okay and ready to shoot too.
Yeah, that's one I hope looked worse than it actually was. Kendall popped right back up on that play, but you did worry about the senior in her last game getting hurt.
I stand corrected. It's a 1-for-1 as that's the 5th foul on Lucy Webb, so she will foul out of this game. First one from Kendall is up and in.
She'll get another one here.
Fessler up, spins around, and it circles and drops through the drain. 52-19, Red Devils on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
That's tough from Kendall Fessler. Falls down hard, stands up, and drains 2 free throws. It's tough to do.
Roper on the left block, drives in, puts the shot up, short rebound by Fessler. 3:42 to play in this fourth quarter. Red Devils are going to have a big win going into the regional tournament. But for Jackson, it's also nothing to hang your head about, as you have shown some improvement as you get ready to play your first regional game on Thursday in Star Valley.
Yeah, and that's a rivalry game. They'll be excited for that one. It's going to be uphill sledding for Jackson, but, you know, if they can build off this and score some more points, who knows? Crazier things have happened.
Yeah. Well, as the brackets sit right now, Jackson will get Jackson will get Cody in round 1, and Evanston will get Rock Springs in round 2 as Autumn Hanson hits a free throw and will walk away from senior day with points.
She's a love player on the team. You should have seen the bench there. They just jumped for joy for her hitting that. It's big time for the senior.
And she goes 2 for 2. 54-19 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. 3:29 to play as Hanson comes off with a massive smile on her face and a big hug from Coach Stephen Neal, as she has probably set foot on this court as a basketball player for the final time of her storied career.
Well, and Coach Neal, if there's anything you know about him, it's that he loves his players, and it's going to be a hard but fun night for him as well.
Shot and miss by Jackson. Rebound by Fessler along the right side. 3:12 to play. Fessler flings it back out to Brady. Left side, 4-3. Off the back iron. Rebound by Fessler on the right. Calling for it is Frankham. She gets it in the right elbow, just flicks it back to Sawyer. Goes back to Frankham. Jumper from the right side. Rebound by Brady. Bounces it off the glass and in on the layup.
Just so cool to see these 5 girls who've played together for so long. You have Frankham and Sawyer trying to fight who's going to shoot the ball. It's a good time these last 3 minutes as they get their final time here at Red Devil Stadium.
2 points away. Jackson is from breaking 20 as the jumper from Rhodes spins in and out. Rebound by Fessler. Goes over the center line, and now here comes the future of the Red Devils as there are 5 underclassmen at the scorer's table. There goes Sawyer to put the shot up and in. And now here's the Red Devil fans to salute the seniors one last time.
Well, and Coach Neal did that on purpose, right? He subs them out so that they have one last chance to get an ovation from the parents, and they're standing in support of these seniors who've given so much to the program. You see tears already on the sideline over there.
Hallie Brady, a 5'10" senior. Brinkley Frankham, a 5'11" senior. Ellie Acey, a 5'8" senior. Kendall Fessler, a 5'8" senior. Emily Sawyer, a 6'2" senior, and Autumn Hansen, a 5'10" senior, as they are honored for the final time and will take their seats. And now we see the future in front of us. Ryan Debenham, Addie Burton, J.C. Bardsley, Kieran Simmons, and Emmy Fessler.
Yeah, Emmy Fessler's like, I still have to play? I've been playing all game. She's been great this year for Evanston, the freshman. It's good to see the future out there.
And now Jackson with a very young team out there as well. Pass right side, and she's fouled. And now Raina Rhodes, the junior, to shoot free throws. With 2:07 left, still plenty of time for them to eclipse that 20-point mark, which would be a huge deal for this Jackson Bronx team in the rebuilding stage.
Well, especially against Evanston, who is pretty good on defense. They've held some good teams to their low numbers of the year, so this would be big for Jackson.
First one is missed by Rhodes. Next one is up and off the baseline. Rebound, though, by Jackson. Puts up the shot. That one short, taken back by Bardsley. Here come the Red Devils over the center line. Flicks it over to Burton on the right. Less than 2 minutes to play. Debenham on the left. Fessler in the corner. Thought about a three. Instead goes back to Debenham. Emmy holding on the left with a minute 46 to play. Now flicks it back to Debenham. Steps behind the arc. Now feeds it over to Burton on the right. A minute 36 to play. Debenham in the corner. Drives into the elbow. Puts up the shot off the glass. Spins around. Rebound by Roper. A minute 27 to play. Here comes Roper over the center line. And dribbles off her foot. Picked up by Fessler. And she's fouled. You get the feeling that Jackson is playing this like it's a 2-point game. They want those 2 points. They're willing to foul to stop the clock. They want to eclipse that 20-point mark.
Well, and that's just a trademark of this Shockley coach team. They're not going to give up.
No.
Down 30, 40, whatever it may be. They're going to keep playing hard, and it doesn't matter how much time's on the clock, what points are up there. They're going to finish this game.
Fessler misses the first one. And now here comes a trio of Bronx. Red Devils lead 58-19 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Next one from Emmy Fessler off the baseline. Rebound by Debenham. And that one is a jump ball. Possession arrow pointed to Jackson.
Debenham wanted the foul there. It looked like a tie-up to me. Jackson gets the ball and another chance to eclipse that season-high mark.
Bosch over the center line. Now breaks towards the left. Goes towards the elbow. Bosch with the block off the glass and draws the foul. So she'll get to shoot two.
It's actually an offensive foul they called.
Oh,
Debenham stepped in front and stayed set there, so it'll go the other way.
So it is Red Devil basketball with a minute 6 to play here in the fourth quarter, and the Red Devils will get ready to play Rock Springs. And if you are Coach Neal, you play some of your best basketball in your final regular season game of the year. How are you feeling going into that playoff situation?
I don't think that Evanston's scared of anyone in the West right now. Cody's a tough one for them, but they should be brimming with confidence going into that tournament. They've got the players to do it.
Debenham with a tough shot. Rebound by Block. for Jackson. 41 seconds left for the Bronx to try to get over that 20-point mark. The Red Devils are going to come away with a big win here. Straightaway three is up and missed wide right, pulled in by Debenham. And now the Red Devils will probably just try to milk as much clock as possible off of this one. Bardsley over the center line. Trying to figure out where to go. Kicks it back out to Emmy. Looking for Debenham on the left. 13 seconds left. And the Red Devils will hold. And the Red Devils will pick up their second quadrant win of the season and win this one. The regular season finale goes to the Lady Red Devils. Your final score, Evanston 58, Jackson 19. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN, as well as on Jackson Bronx basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
At Uintah County School District Number 1, we have a long tradition of student excellence and success. Our vision is to provide the highest quality education for all students. We do this by providing relevant and challenging instruction. We set high expectations for our students and focus on experiences that build positive relationships, promote collaboration, and encourage maximum student effort. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Taking care of yourself is important through all stages of life. Evanston Community Health Centers offers a holistic approach to a healthy body and mind that includes education, prevention, and networking. We offer medical, behavioral health, nutrition, and pharmacy services. We accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare, and have a sliding scale discount plan. Choose Evanston Community Health Center. Call 307-789-8290.
Teach your children important money management skills that will benefit them for a lifetime with a Trona Valley Federal Credit Union youth account. Understanding the importance of saving and learning how to use money wisely can be taught from a very young age. These special accounts help kids learn to save, borrow, and spend responsibly, and are perfect for young people to get a good financial start. Open a youth account today at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. As being honored right now, it is the Evanston boys basketball seniors. Of course, that is Brighton Smith, Caleb Welling, Dylan Lichty, and also the manager, Braxton Young. As we will go ahead and go radio silent for our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, really for the girls' honors. as we will go ahead and turn it over to Jake Cowan for our Senior Day honors.
Our seniors for our Lady Red Devil basketball. Welcome to the floor, number 34, Ellie Acey. Ellie is the daughter of Rachel and Jared Acey. Escorted by her little brother, Tyson. Number 5, Hallie Brady. Hallie is the daughter of Emily and Chad Brady. Number 42, Kendall Fessler. Kendall is the daughter of Kimber and Jeremy Fessler, escorted by her little brother Max. Number 20, Brinkley Frankel. Brinkley is the daughter of Lee and McKay Frankel. Number 40, Autumn Henson. Autumn is the daughter of Kathy and Ken Henson. Number 43, Emily Sawyer. Emily is the daughter of Jennifer and James Sawyer. And manager Kennedy Belknap. Kennedy is the daughter of Rayanne and PJ Belknap. At this time, the Lady Red Devils just want to take a moment to thank the important people in our lives who have helped us reach this moment. Thank you so much to our parents for all the sacrifices you made. Thank you to all the coaches for building our fundamentals. A big thank you to Coach Corey for sticking around and making us laugh. Thank you to Coach Neal and Coach May for stepping in and dedicating your time to us. We'd also like to thank our teammates for helping us grow and love you guys. And thank you to our fellow students for all your support. Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, your Lady Red Devil basketball senior. And ladies, if you could just move to the east side of the gym after you get some help from your coaches, we will then get ready for the DHS Cafe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Evanston High School pep band seniors. Please welcome Alexi Tagliarcio. Alexi is the daughter of Whiskey and Matthias Tagliarcio. Braylee Coley. Braylee is the daughter of Jeremy and Melissa Coley. Haley Hernandez. Haley is the daughter of Jorge Hernandez. Ethan Moberly. Ethan is the son of Rachel and Morgan Moberly. Molly Russell. Molly is the daughter of David and Erin Russell. Genevieve Matson. Genevieve is the daughter of Wayne and Heather Matson. Lexi George. Lexi is the daughter of Erica and Big Tim George. Allie Lex. Allie is the daughter of Christina Lex. Kyrie Worthy. Kyrie is the daughter of Michaela and Tony Worthy. Porter Hatch. Porter is the son of Angela Hatch. Ellie McFadden. Ellie is the daughter of Rebecca McFadden. Once again, put your hands together for the seniors for your Evanston High School pep band. side of the gym. Stay on the floor. Just make room for your Evanston Red Devil Cheer Squad senior. Please welcome to the floor, Morgan Blair. Morgan is the daughter of Chet and Holly Blair. Rodney Roach. Rodney is the daughter of Jason and Jessica Roach. Morgan and Riley would like to thank their amazing parents for supporting them throughout high school and beyond. They would like to thank their siblings for always being in their corner. They would like to thank their awesome coaches. They couldn't have done this without their guidance and support. They want to also thank their coaches for always pushing them to be better. They would like to say thank you to their teammates that they will never forget. You get one chance to make this life great, and having the support and belief from those important to them has meant the world. Go Big Red. One more round of applause for their Evanston High School Red Devil Cheer Squad. It is time to recognize your Evanston High School classics. Please welcome to the floor, Jaylee Hickman. Jaylee is the daughter of Laura and Andrew Hickman. Kyle Medina Cox. Kyle is the daughter of Russ and Lori Cox. Kylie Smith. Kylie is the daughter of Gerald and Brittany Smith. Ashley Klein. Ashley is the daughter of Whitney and Brian Klein. Cameron Tucker. Cameron is the daughter of Tyree and Lindsay Butler. The Classic Seniors would like to thank everyone who supported them this season. We'd like to thank our parents for dealing with us during our hard times over these past 4 years. We would like to thank our incredible team this year. We have grown so close and are incredibly proud of how far we have come together. We'd also like to especially thank our coach, Candace. She has been the best thing to happen to us. She has strengthened us not only in our dance skills, but also has strengthened us as people. She has built all of us up and helped us focus on positivity. She has done so much for this team, and we could not have done it without her. We would also like to give a special shout out to Team Inspire for being our biggest fan and supporters. We love you always. Ladies and gentlemen, as our amazing senior student athletes and their parents leave the court, on your feet, please, for one more round of applause for the seniors for your Evanston High School class of 2023.
The seniors honored here at Evanston High School, and I can't think of a better way to do our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. That was a great way to recap the career of all of those great high school seniors. That's the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meat. Our Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game, well, we called it earlier. It's going to go to Emily Sawyer and Emma Lonsway. Explain that play to us there, Brad.
Yeah, it was a little inside out. Pass came into Emily Sawyer. She found herself midway down the key and double teamed like she was much of the game to try and stop her. Get a little wraparound pass to Emma Lonsway, wide open in the corner, and with no hesitation sinks the shot for her first points as a Red Devil varsity player.
And our Pepsi, by the way, that is a Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Dentistry for the whole family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. Our Pepsi Player of the Game brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Pepsi, that's what I like. And what do we like? Well, how about the performance by Emily Sawyer on senior night? She gets 14 points on the day. I think that's a fitting way to end your career at home if you are Emily Sawyer.
And she was all over those boards. Just made life really, really difficult for Jackson. Even off Evanston misses, it was more than likely going to come up to Emily Sawyer, and she's going to put it back for 2 points. So great performance all around by her.
Emily Sawyer is our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Pepsi, that's what I like. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll get you set for the boys' game. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN, as well as Jackson Bronc basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Now you can get your oil changed, have minor repairs made to your vehicle, and get it completely detailed at one location in one appointment. T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston does body work and more, a lot more. If you need to have a trailer rewired, your brakes replaced, a chip repaired in your windshield, or your windshield replaced, you can get it all done at T-Bar Body Shop. This is the manager, Jeremy Rex, inviting you to stop in for a free quote today. T-Bar Body Shop, 515 County Road. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the log cabin on Bear River Drive.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Star broadcast booth. It's time for our scene set today, brought to you by El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant. El Paso, the best in the West. Boys, Evanston, 5-15, 2-3 in conference. Jackson, 12-8, 4-1 in conference. Their lone loss coming to Star Valley by 10 points last Friday night, but that was without Andrew Hanna. And it looks like Hanna is back and ready to roll today. Jackson in their black uniforms, gold numerals, orange outline. Evanston, white uniforms, navy blue numerals with a red outline. That's your scene set today, brought to you by El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, the best in the West. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll hear from Jackson Bronx head coach Hayden Hatfield with voice of the Jackson Bronx, Mr. Jake Nichols. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN, and Jackson Bronx basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Taking care of yourself is important through all stages of life. Evanston Community Health Centers offers a holistic approach to a healthy body and mind that includes education, prevention, and networking. We offer medical, behavioral health, nutrition, and pharmacy services. We accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare, and have a sliding scale discount plan. Choose Evanston Community Health Center. Call 307-789-8290.
This is Voice of the Bronx, Jackson Hole Radio's Jake Nichols for MyLocalRadio.com, and I'm with head coach Hayden Hatfield of the Jackson Bronx. Coach, first thing, this time of year, injuries, illness, what's the status of the team? Are you guys 100% everybody available for you on the roster?
No, I would not say 100%. We've had two guys that normally start. They've been out all week, really. So we'll see how much they can go today. Gavin's the one that's kind of under the weather quite a bit, so we'll see if he plays much today. But that health-wise, we're pretty good. Injury-wise, I guess, but health-wise, we're been under the weather for quite a bit now. After Andrew, I think, started it. Now it's going around. So yeah, we're getting there though.
Well, Coach, coming off a big win against Green River last week, that turned around a 5-game skid and maybe gets you headed in the right direction. Is tonight's game where, it looks like neither team can hurt or better themselves in seeding in the 4A Southwest. Is it about, just hitting regionals with a little bit of momentum and keeping that going?
That's right. I mean, we're really what we're after today is working on our game. Can we get better at what we need to do when it gets to region play? We're going to continue working on that 2-3 zone just in case we need it. We're going to try to get better in our transition offense, which is why we got off to a really good start this year. So that kind of stuff, we're really focused on ourselves. Like you said, seeding wise, this isn't a big one, but momentum wise, it really is a big one. So that's what we're really after.
Oh, Coach, by the numbers, when you look at this Evanston Red Devil team, nothing really jumps out at you. They're not going to scare too many other teams. They don't score a bunch. They don't shoot it very well, but they do have a guy, Brighton Smith, who did not have a great game last time we saw this team back in Jackson. They've got Kai Barker, Jay Hill, Clayton Cook, Jordan Mendez. They really score by committee after Brighton Smith, and they can be dangerous at home.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, they're very deep and everyone's about the same kind of player, to be honest. So it's like, who can we stop? Obviously, Brighton Smith is number one. So he's our main guy. If you stop 14 points a game with their offense, it's going to be hard to beat us. So we're going to zone in on him, try to get Isaac on him quite a bit. He's our best defender. So that's the start. And then, like you said, I mean, it's just kind of limiting them inside. They got a couple of big men. I think Andrew would be pretty good. He's usually a pretty good answer to any inside game from the other team. So we'll see with that. But yeah, like you said, I mean, it's just, can we stop the best player and can we limit everybody else from the field?
Final game of the regular season, Coach, and as we said, neither team, whether they win or lose, is going to move in seeding in the 4A Southwest. So how difficult will it be to focus on this game tonight, not get ahead of yourselves and start thinking about regionals?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, that's been our focus all week. We focused on Evanston. We've done, this is really one of our only weeks we've had one opponent. So we've been really focused on learning how to game plan, focusing on the opponent, how to take away what they do best, etc. So no overlook here for sure. We hadn't even talked to them about who we see regional, who we might see. So I think we're really focused today.
Big thank you to Jake Nichols for getting that interview for us. And we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we didn't get a chance to catch with Coach Watzaba, but me and Brad, we're going to talk about what we think Evanston brings to the table. And quite frankly, I think they bring quite a lot to the table. And we'll hear about it when we come back after this. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN and Jackson Bronc basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Whether you're working with a realtor or you're selling your home by owner, the title company you choose really matters. They handle all the research to make sure there aren't any bad surprises like hidden liens, unpaid taxes, forgery, easement restrictions, or access issues. At First American Title, the staff has a combined 140 years of experience and a 98% excellent customer service rating. Make the right choice. Choose to close with First American Title. 1048 Main Street, Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Take a bite into a sweet, delicious fruit pie complemented by the best pie crust ever made when you purchase a pie from the Pie Hole. The menu also includes sandwiches, soups, and salads for lunch or dinner. The Pie Hole, 1023 Main Street in Evanston. Love at first bite.
Sizzling bacon, delicious fried eggs, and beautiful, fluffy blueberry pancakes. At the Down Home Eatery, everything is made fresh and delicious. With a newly remodeled and beautiful atmosphere, the Down Home Eatery will become your new favorite place to eat. Dine in or carry out. Call 679-2002.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
Time for our Varsity Inc. starting lineup. And this will be a fun one. Of course, our starting lineup is brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. And it looks like you've got Caleb Welling and Dylan Lichty, of course, out there. Number 10, Caleb Welling. Number 5, Dylan Lichty. Number 14, Clayton Cook. Number 12, Brighton Smith. And number 3, Drew Barker will be the starters for Evanston. For the Jackson Bronx, number 1, Seb Brunner. Number 3, Mac Fairburn. Number 14, Isaac Larson. Number 15, Palmer Wetzel. Number 21, Andrew Hanna. For the Red Devils, again, your starting lineup brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc. run your team. And you know what? We're going to be quiet and let Jake Cowan do what he does best. There is your starting lineup. Again, it's Caleb Welling, Clayton Cook, Drew Barker, Brighton Smith, and Dylan Lichty. Your starting lineup is brought to you today by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. As we get set for our short pregame slice brought to you by the Pie Hole. All right, Evanston brings a lot to the table. Among it, Clayton Cook, who had a breakout game. Is he a key for tonight?
He is a key for tonight. As we know, Hannah does a lot of damage to a game. Clayton Cook's going to be a big reason if we can keep him off those points and off those boards.
That is your pregame slice brought to you by the Pie Hole. Love it first bite in Evanston. Seb Brunner runs into the lane, puts up the layup, and we're off and running, and they lead it 2-0 Jackson on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
And that's what makes Jackson so dangerous. To pair with Hannah, you have Brunner as a point guard who can do a lot of damage himself.
Cook hands off to Welling, goes towards the right side of the elbow, flicks it out to Lichty, open left side three, long. Rebound is nearly out of bounds, but kept in by Fairburn. And now here comes Brunner on the right side. Gets across the center line. And now the Red Devils trying to go on defense right now. Jackson moving very quickly as Wetzel kicks it back to Hannah. Fairburn at the top. Left side holding that one is Larson. Drives towards the free throw line, puts on the brakes, lobs it up high, looking for Fairburn, and it's out of bounds off of Jackson.
You see Evanston doubling really quick on Hannah, so the question is how effective can he be as a distributor as well as a scorer today, because there'll be some open people on the backside.
What strengths do Evanston bring to this game that you think can cause Jackson some problems?
Well, what hurt Jackson last time was that Evanston just got out running. They're athletic, and they can run quick in open transition, so can they cause some loose balls, some turnovers? That's going to be the question for Evanston today if they can get out in the open court.
Welling holds it in between the circles, bounces it back out to Smith, and he's bumped by Brunner. That's a quick foul on Seb.
Yeah, Brunner doesn't like that call. It did seem a little tight there. Brunner wants to play as much as he can this game, get himself ready for regionals.
Welling to inbound it at the near post. Bounces it around to Barker. Puts up the fadeaway, blocked by Fairburn. Here come the Bronx. Larson sends it forward for Hannah. Tries the reverse layup off of the bottom of the board. Red Devils with numbers. Here comes Brighton Smith. Dribbles around Brunner. Goes towards the left side of the key. Puts on the brakes. Kicks it out to Welling. Barker wants it in the right corner, gets it for 3. That one long, and the rebound is a foul on Clayton Cook. It'll go back to Jackson.
Yeah, that was great defense from Fairbairn there on Drew Barker. Drew gets a wide open 3 in the corner on this side as well on the next possession, and maybe some nerves. He overshoots it, goes back to Jackson.
Inbound to Brunner. Lichty in tow. Seb towards the right wing. Goes into the elbow, and nice feed out towards the left side to Fairbairn, and a pass to Larson, and we've got a massive collision just by the scores table as Larson hits the deck hard after the collision.
Yeah, kind of a 50-50 play there. Foul could have gone either way on that one. It ends up going against Jackson. Great save on the baseline over here.
Barker brings it forward for the Red Devils. Lichty gets it on the left wing, bounces it back to Smith, puts up the hook shot, short rebound by the Bronx. Here comes Jackson. Wetzel across the line, dribbles with the right, now switches to the left. Handoff to Fairbairn, drives the free throw line. Larson, right side, thought about a 3 instead. Drew Barker shut it down. Hopping into the lane was Larson, and we got a jump ball as he tries to get it over to Hanna, and Cook all over that one, able to put hands on the ball.
Yeah, nice run from those 3 seniors there to start the game. Dylan Lichty, Caleb Welling logged some good minutes, especially on defense. Evanston sees something they like with Brunner there on Brighton Smith. They're looking to that mismatch to see if they can get some buckets from Brighton Smith.
Kai Barker and Jay Hill now into the game for the Red Devils. So is Jordan Mendez. So we've got the usual starters out on the court right now. Left side to Jay Hill, and a offensive foul coming up against Mendez.
Yeah, it was an off-ball screen that they were trying to run. Gets him moving on it.
Brunner sends this one to the hands of Wetzel. Goes back to Brunner. Kicks it over on the left side to Larson. Gets to the elbow. Left side, open 3. Fairbairn off the back iron. Rebound by Hanna. Kicks it back out to Brunner. Open right side 3. That one not going to go. Rebound is loose, and finally it's Smith who comes away with it for Evanston. Mendez sends it quickly over to Hill on the left side. Drives into the left block. It's a 2-0 game. Left side Mendez.
Yeah, we got a frenetic pace to start this one, up and down. A lot of missed shots.
Smith on the right side. Evanston down by 2. Goes to Cook on the right block. Bumps against the defender. Now kicks it back out to Kai. Kicks it over to Hill. Left side open 3. Too long. Rebound by Cook. And the foul comes against Evanston on the rebound yet again.
Yeah, Cook looks a little confused on that one. Both players fighting for it. Didn't have a good angle from up here. Looked like Cook might have had the box out there. Evanston doesn't look happy with the call.
Yeah, they just gave Drew Barker the foul, and he's on the bench. And I think they said it's a foul actually on Jackson. So they walked up, showed a 3, and said it's on Evanston, but they showed a 3, and only 3 on is Fairbairn.
Yeah, that must have been what it was. Seemed like everyone was confused on the court there for a second.
Evanston with the inbound play, goes Hill at the top, back to Mendez in the left. So it is a foul on Jackson. It is their 3rd of the game already. Right side to Smith, goes to the free throw line, and another offensive foul on Evanston. This time it is Kai Barker who picks it up.
Yeah, it seems a little nerves going into this game. Some uncharacteristic turnovers there.
Speaking of uncharacteristic turnover, there's a bad pass by Seb Brunner that takes a direct flight path right into the scores table. It goes back to Evanston.
Evanston will love to see some success there on their kind of 3/4 court press. Get a turnover there is great for them.
Red Devils down 2-0. Goes to Cohen Morrow. Lobs one up to Kai Barker. Puts the shot up off the glass and one.
That's a great, strong move. What a feed from Cohen Morrow there. 2 bigs playing down low. Just a nice touch pass. And Kai high points it. Gets a foul on Hanna, I believe, on the shot.
It is against Palmer Wetzel.
Oh, okay.
So now Kai Barker to shoot for the old school 3-point play. Spins it in and out. Still tie game. But he gets his own rebound back. Gets it back to Smith. Drives into the lane. Back out to Mendez. Straightaway 3. Short. Rebound and in. It didn't go short. It actually rolled. A great shot by Jordan Mendez. 5-2 Red Devils.
There's something about this Evanston team that does give Jackson some fits. They play hard and fast.
Brunner on the right side, goes Larson on the left, and now Jackson going to try to match the pace. Beautiful feed to Hannah, who goes under the net and just puts up the easy layup.
And that's the gamble that Evanston runs with running that three-quarter press. You might get Hannah underneath wide open. He's not going to miss those.
Especially the 6'7" frame. He just has to hop up on his tippy toes. Great pass to Kai Barker, goes under the lane, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 more.
You love to see Kai Barker this active at the beginning and make Hannah work on defense because he's such a powerhouse on offense. You got to tire him somewhere. Defensive end is where you might gain some ground there.
It's the first one on Andrew Hannah, and we talked about it during the pregame. We've seen many great battles between Kai Barker and Andrew Hannah over the last 2 years, and Kai hits the first free throw, makes it 6-4. This one could be one of the best.
Yeah, Kai with an early 4 points in here, and they're finding something down low.
Barker off the front iron, the glass, no good. Pulled in by the Bronx. Brunner along the right side, picked up by sophomore Jay Hill and the sophomore tandem of Hill and Mendez, actually. Wetzel in between the circles, back to Hill. Open in the right corner was Fairburn. Instead, it'll be Larson who puts up the 3 from the left side, pulled in by Morrow. Red Devils off and running. Smith, step into lane, puts the shot up. Gets his own rebound back, goes again, and this time, second shot doesn't go. Here comes Brunner. He tries to charge into the lane. Taking the charge is Cohen Morrow. He does it again.
And that's an early 2 fouls for Brunner. I think he's telling Coach, I want to stay in the game here, but I think he's going to have to come out. He did kind of go in there, lowered his shoulder a little bit. It could have gone either way. It's the hardest call in basketball.
Carson Harlan into the game for Jackson as Mendez brings it forward for the Red Devils. They lead by 2 with 2:55 to play in the first. Right side Mendez, back out to Hill. Finds Jay on the right, leaves it for Cohen on the right, drives along the baseline. Mendez, left side, 4-3. Yes!
Now that might be a key for Evanston. If you can get Mendez in the score sheet, he is a great shooter. To see 2 of those go in early might be a good sign.
Larson flicks it over towards the right side to Harlan. And now quick ball movement. Wetzel steps in the lane, puts the shot up, and another charge. This time it's Jay Hill. He gets pulled up by both hands, nodding his head, saying, let's go. And the momentum, the energy is belonging to the team in white.
Well, and Watsaba, that's something, if you watch a practice from him, you will see them practice that underneath the hoop, take that charge, be tough. Jay Hill, he's not the biggest in stature, but he'll take a charge.
Brighton in the left corner, now flicks it over to Jay. Drives along the baseline, cut off by the defense. Left side 3, Brighton Smith. That one airballed over the net and goes off of the hands of Fairburn. He's trying to bring it in, but it's off of him over the baseline. Red Devils with the second shot at it.
Yeah, Brighton, a tough night from the field so far. Hopefully you can see a few go in, much like Mendez has.
Smith lobs it back out to Jay Hill, who outruns the defender. Back to Smith in the left corner. Drives to the free throw line and loses the handle. Picked up by Wetzel. Here come the Bronx. Wetzel puts on the brakes on the right elbow. Finds a wide open Andrew Hannah, and he deposits it in the bank under the nets.
I was about to say great transition defense from Evanston, but then Hannah came untouched.
Right side jumper by Smith, short, pulled out of the sky by Hannah. Here go the Bronx. Left side 3 transition by Fairburn. Good. And we got a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Evanston down low. I think it's probably after the ball was released, so Jackson's going to get this with a chance to actually take the lead.
It comes against, he said, number 13, Jay Hill. And now a big change coming up for Coach Watsaba.
Yeah, we got our senior lineup again in here with Welling and Lichty in there and Smith.
Inbound to Hannah at the free throw line. Handoff right side, straightaway 3. Rattles in and out, rebound by Welling. That 3, by the way, was shot by Harlan.
Lichty fortunate on that one. He was a little late on marking his guy. Had to run through a couple screens, but lucky that one didn't fall.
Drew Barker at the top, flicks it over to Welling on the left side, bounces it out to Smith, hits it to Cook, puts the shot up, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, they're getting a switch down there where Fairburn is on Cook, and that's too much of a size advantage for Evanston. If they can exploit that, we'll find some points down low.
Another thing I'm noticing here for Evanston is they're doing almost full-on hockey subs. They're going to try to keep the pace of this high and frenetic as long as they can, as Cook hits the first one and puts the Red Devils back on top.
Well, and it's about responding to runs. Jackson when they get going, they're an offensive powerhouse. And so if you can stymie those runs, slow them down like Evanston has here with 2 points, you have a chance.
Cook with the shot, in and out. Rebound by Wetzel. Kick it over to Harlan on the left side. Check that, Larson. And we got a whistle. Travel called on Jackson. It'll go back to the Red Devils.
Yeah, Jackson Bronk, he got a little bit confused on where he was going to go with the ball. I think he predetermined that pass, just took too many steps.
Welling inbounds to Barker. 1:14 left in this first quarter. 10-9 your score for Evanston. Lichty on the right side. Bounces it back out to Barker. Welling open in the left wing. Instead, bounces it back out to Smith. Finds Barker at the top. Drew goes to Lichty, right side three. He hit a three against against Star Valley last week, but that one's long. Pulled in by the Bronx. Harlan on the right side, coming in for Seb Brunner, who picked up 5 quick fouls. A.J. Fowler also now in the game for the Bronx. Harlan to the elbow. Kicks it over towards Larson on the left side. Charges into the lane. Has to put on the brakes as waiting for him was Cook. Has to distribute back out. Fowler back to Harlan at the top. 32 seconds left in this first quarter. Pass deflected by Brighton Smith. Picked up by Drew Barker, and he's fouled by Wetzel. And that is the 9th foul on Jackson. Evanston's going to be shooting free throws for a long time.
That defensive possession was a thing of beauty. There was recovery. There was help on the backside. If you're Rob Watsabaugh, you couldn't be more thrilled with how Evanston played on that possession, then finally got a tip and a turnover, and they find Drew Barker at the line for a 1-and-1.
Barker with a chance to extend the lead for the Red Devils. They lead by 1 with 26 seconds left in the first. First one from Drew. Spins in, and the Red Devils lead by 2.
Yeah, I think you're right. You can absolutely tell that both teams have had a whole week of rest, and they're just flying up and down the court. And then some of these shots, especially from Evanston, they've airballed long. You can tell they just have a lot of energy, need to harness that a little bit and calm down, hit your shots.
Drew off the back iron. Rebound taken away by Cook. Kicks it out to Lichty. Right side three, short. Taken in by Hannah. Here come the Bronx. Larson on the right side. Puts on the brakes at the top of the circle. Broken up by Welling, but picked up by Hannah. And a foul called. It looks like Hannah might have taken the contact as Kai Barker comes in.
Yeah, Welling with good active hands there. Gets a deflection on the initial one. Hannah gets the ball back and ends up fouling him on the second reach.
That foul says it's against Kai Barker, but he just checked into the game, so I don't think that's right. Great pass to Andrew Hannah from Gavin Keelan as that goes up and in. Tie game, 11-11. Shot at the buzzer, and that's the first quarter. Well, we thought it would be a close one, and it's definitely paying off. It's 11-11 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on MyLocalRadio.com and KNYN, and Jackson Bronx basketball on Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Red Devils and the Bronx. By the way, the Bronx, the number 2 team in, I believe they're number 2 team in the Southwest after their loss to Star Valley. But you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but Evanston locked into that number 3 seed, and they'll play Rock Springs in the first round. Gavin Keelan to inbound the ball for the Bronx. Out there with Seb Brunner, Carson Harlan, Andrew Hannah, A.J. Fowler.
Yeah, this high-paced game, you have to think that Jackson, if you're a Jackson fan, you want to see him slow it down a little bit and get that ball to Hannah where there's a real mismatch. He can score easily down there.
Brunner on the right side to Keelan at the top, and a push against the Bronx, it looks like.
I actually think it was against Clayton Cook on Hannah.
Right.
And it's honestly not a bad one for Evanston to take. They're making him work to get the ball, and Cook is held him a little bit there, but you like him to make his life a little bit more miserable in the game.
Harlan on the right side, lobs it up to Hannah. Drives towards the block, ties to step around Kai, and a beautiful job on the footwork by Andrew Hannah to deposit that one.
Well, and that's why Coach Hatfield's going to want to get Hannah the ball. You saw it there. He can score in bunches.
Welling on the left corner. Back out to Drew at the top to the free throw line. Bounce around the defender and over the baseline. Kai tried to get there on time, but nobody there. And now with a 2-point lead, Jackson looking to extend it. Inbound to Keelan. Trap put on by the Red Devils. Harlan sends it forward to Hannah, who is almost by himself. Keelan behind the arc. Straightaway three. Off the front iron. No good. Pulled in by Kai Barker.
Keelan's one to keep an eye on. In the pregame interview, he said he's been sick. He didn't start the game, so we'll see how he performs.
Left side three. Welling over the face of the net. Pulled in by Harlan. Here come the Bronx. Up by 2. 6:47 left in the half. Keelan on the left. Right hand dribble, just kicks it back out to Brunner. Drives to the free throw line, puts the circle shot up, and foul.
Yeah, that's one Kai Barker will want to have back. He came down with both arms. Didn't need to. Brunner got in the lane as he does so well. Kai's just got to stay straight there and make it difficult on him.
Cohen Morrow, Caleb Welling. Kai Barker, Brighton Smith, and Drew Barker on the court for the Red Devils as Brunner hits the first free throw. 14-11 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Bronx lead.
Well, this is what we talked about earlier. That's one of those runs that Jackson's about to go on here. Can you stop it? Can you get a bucket and just take them out of their rhythm? You don't want them to string too many possessions together where it's bucket, stop, bucket, stop.
Hill kicks it over to Mendez on the left side, quickly shut down. Jay at the top, trying to figure out where to go. Finds Mendez on the left side. I almost call him Dom Mendez. Right quarter to Smith. Finds Jordan. Drives towards the elbow. Hill on the left, shut down by Keelan. Now back to Smith on the right. Coach Hatfield trying to get the defense to use both hands. We're seeing a lot of one hands being raised here for Jackson. Hill bounces it around to Cohen. Drives towards the right block, puts the shot up over the defender. Rebound is taken in by Kai, puts the shot up, off balance and in.
Yeah, Evanston fans calling for an and one there. Great offensive board and putback for Kai Barker.
Here comes Seb Brunner, who is getting some tough defense from Mendez. Bad pass intercepted by Smith. Sends it forward to Hill. That was caused by a deflection by Kai Barker.
And I think that's where Evanston can actually make up some ground in this game. That press, if they're working hard and running quick, there's athletes out there for Evanston.
Hill on the right side, double team, kicks it over to Cohen, finds Kai under the net, puts the shot up, and he'll shoot two.
Keelan looking confused on that one, thought he got mostly ball there. Maybe has a case to be made, but Kai's doing some damage down low right now.
And that is the double bonus for the Red Devils, so it'll be two for Kai. First one is up and good. 1 point game, a chance for Barker to tie this thing up. And Andrew Hannah, his short break comes to an end as he checks into the game.
Yeah, Coach Hatfield doesn't want to spend too much time with Hannah on the bench. He's just such a tough mismatch for Evanston. They don't have a player that size with that much skill to stop him, so they're going to have to do it by committee.
Kai hits the free throw, and it's 15 all on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard with 5:27 to play in the half. On the right side, Harlan now slips this one over to Hannah. Great kind of hot pop pass over to Brunner, and he's fouled in the left elbow.
Mendez gets caught reaching there on the baseline. Coach Watsabaugh was not happy with that one. They got him stopped there. It was unnecessary foul. Jordan Mendez will want that one back. A lot of fouls to open up this game.
Yeah, now Jackson in the bonus. Second foul on Mendez. First one is up to shoot 1 for 1, and that one is in and out. Pulled in by Cohen. Man, you don't see that very often with Seb Brunner.
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty fortunate from Evanston. He was usually cash from there.
Mendez on the left side, tie ball game. Morrow goes left side three. Mendez in and out. Pulled in on the bounce by Wetzel, and he has made contact, hits the ground. The foul will come, I believe, against Brighton.
Yeah, my first glance was Cohen Morrow. Could be either one, but in any case, that's just one of those unlucky fouls where you're going for a rebound and just a little body contact there sends him to the line.
It is indeed Cohen Morrow. As number 44. I don't see a 44 on my Connor Scott, a freshman, just checked in for Coach Hatfield. Free throw off the back iron, pulled in by Barker. Still tie ball game, under 5 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Connor Scott here is down on the bottom of our roster, but he's got some good size for a freshman. Could bring in some length.
Smith shot too short. Rebound by Hill. Goes back to Smith. Jumper from the left elbow. Good! Red Devils take the lead, 17-15.
And back and forth we go. I hope this is a fun one all night. Both teams trading haymakers.
And timeout called by Coach Hatfield. We'll take it as well. Red Devils lead it 17-15 on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN, with as well as the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
When you're looking for great deals on a vehicle, you'll find them at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. With 2 locations to serve you, let your adventure start here. Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, legend driven.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Taken away under the Jackson hoop by the Red Devils. Now Evanston with the chance. Bryton Smith puts up the floater. That one off the base iron, pulled in by Palmer Wetzel. By the way, number 44 is Willis Witherwright, senior transfer from Teton High School. Brunner goes towards the right side, kicks it over to Fowler. Right side 3, off of the iron and out of bounds. Great job by Jay Hill to take the defense and not touch that ball.
Well, it's just a smart play, and it's an athletic play as well. Jay Hill makes sure to keep his body between the defender and the baseline and gets that ball back. Drew Barker brings the ball up the court. Ooh.
Oh, bad pass taken away by Brunner. One end to the other. Finishes off with a pretty layup, and we're tied 2-2, or 17-17.
2-2, huh? I'd go back. It's been that fun. We could watch the first quarter.
I mean, we might as well be at 0-0 as Kai puts up the jumper short off the front, pulled in by Hannah. 3:23 left in the second. Witherwright on the right. Back to Seb, wide open straightaway 3. Short, pulled in by Cohen Morrow, who goes above Andrew Hannah to get that back. Pass forward to Kai, can't finish it off.
Cohen has a steal and a rebound that just exhibited his athleticism. If you remember him, he's an amazing football player, quarterback, but he's an athlete.
Is Cohen Morrow potentially the answer to Andrew Hannah for Coach Rob Watsabaugh? Time will tell. Left side 3, in and out, pulled in by Smith for the Red Devils.
Evanston needs to capitalize. A little bit of a scoring drought here for Jackson, but they're playing tough defense on Evanston as well, so it's making it difficult.
Right side, Barker looking for Cohen, loses the basketball, tracked down by Isaac Larson for Jackson. Here comes Brunner on the right side. So shifty, goes in towards the free throw line, backdoor pass to Hannah, and he finds him under the net, 19-17 Jackson.
It's impressive patience from Brunner there to kind of wait until Hannah drifted across the key, found him, and easy points there.
2:09 to play in the half. Hill kicks it over towards Morrow on the left. Back over to Smith, right side 3. That one just in and out, pulled in by Witherwright for Jackson. Wetzel across the center line as Jackson is moving very quickly. Lob pass to Hannah, covered by Morrow. Has to kick it back out to Brunner. Right side 3, yes.
Yeah, Brunner's going to hit those. He barks at the Evanston crowd for a second there. We got a timeout from Coach Watts.
We'll be right back after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN. Also, Jackson basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Here we go, back to live action here in the second quarter. Red Devils down 22-17 with 1:45 left in the first half. Invite you to stick around for our halftime show brought to you by Uinta Iron Vision. Drew Barker on the right side. Finds Hill. Morrow trying to drive along the baseline, rolls it back out to Barker, and then Brunner commits his third foul of the game, trying to get to Drew. He dove for the ball and made clear contact with Drew, so that's his third foul.
Yeah, Brunner's not happy with himself on that one. I think he knew it was a foul on that one, and that makes it tough because some of the others weren't as obvious of fouls, and now he finds himself in trouble.
Drew Barker shoots the first free throw just short, and now here comes Harlan for Brunner. Well, you've got Seth Brunner in early foul trouble, so that takes away a weapon from the outside, so that's part of the deal as Evanston. Those are the two guys that they needed to key in on as Drew Barker hits the first one. It's a 4-point ball game.
Well, and with Keelan, their junior forward, who's also 6'5", him on limited minutes, it makes it even tougher with two of their weapons out.
So now it's Andrew Hanna or bust, it seems like right now, as an offensive foul on Jackson.
I think they may have called a travel there on number 14, right. Isaac Larson. Just waited a half second too long on the pass.
Barker to Hill on the right side, shut down by Harlan. Jay leaves it for Smith, goes towards the top of the arc, gets it to Clayton Cook, tries the easy shot, put back by Cohen, falls through, and it's a 2-point ball game. 49 seconds left in the half.
Cohen just continuing to be that player, that kind of gadget player. They'll do anything that's asked of him for this team.
Left side three is off the front of the iron. Rebound by Larson, short. Taken back in by Fairburn, no good. Back out to Wetzel. Back to Hanna on the right side. Goes past Cook, and that one goes off of Jackson and over the baseline. Red Devil basketball with 26 seconds left.
Well, Coach Watsaba will be happy with the defense, but disappointed in the defensive rebounding there. Gave Jackson about 3 or 4 chances. Wants to grab that first one if he can.
During the play, Coach Watsaba walked onto the edge of the floor and redirected his offense as Drew Barker is fouled, and he'll shoot 2 in a 2-point game with 15 seconds left in the half.
Well, it's looking a whole lot like the last time these two teams met. This is just from memory. I thought it was 25-25 at half, but we're looking at a possibility of 22-22 right now.
One thing that Jackson was a little bit slower to do in that first game was get Andrew Hanna started. Not so much in this one, so that is another plus sign for Evanston that they've been able to weather some Hurricane Hannas out there.
Well, I think Evanston's just done a really good job with Kai Barker, with Cohen Morrow, with Clayton Cook, all putting in work.
0 for 2 trip to the line for Drew Barker, but Evanston gets the rebound back. Over to Hill, left side, 3, Smith for the lead, yes!
Big time 3 from the senior on senior night, there in the corner. They take the lead.
And they're gonna have the lead at the half. No shot is there, and the Red Devils lead Jackson 23-22 going into the locker room. We'll be right back with our halftime show brought to you by Uinta Iron Vision right after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and Jackson Brock basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
On the screen right now, a team that is looking to go get a state championship of their own. That's the Evanston Classics. We saw a comment in the chat room. We're showing them as much as we can. Unfortunately, we cannot air the music due to copyright rules, but we are more than happy to show them on the screen whenever we can. And we'll even move this down a little bit. But our halftime show brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision. And when you look at what Evanston has been able to do in this first half, that is super impressive. Bryton Smith hits a big three ball almost at the buzzer to put the Red Devils up by 1 over Jackson, as the Red Devils are looking for the sweep, awaiting stats from this first half. So we're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have Evanston girls basketball coach, Mr. Stephen Neal, on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and Jackson Hole basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Star broadcast booth, and welcoming into the Les Schwab Plain Star broadcast booth, we have Stephen Neal of the Evanston Lady Red Devils. And Coach Neal, that's the way to end a regular season, is go out there and do that. What can you say about the work that your girls were able to do here tonight?
You know, I'm really proud of the way our girls played tonight. They shared the basketball well. They went out and executed our game plan, which was a lot of ball movement, take open shots, work the ball inside with both drives and post entries. They just did a great job tonight. Defensively, we've tried to put a lot more pressure on teams, and I think they're getting better and better at that. And Jackson did struggle, you know, against the press that we put on, and we got some easy looks for us. You know, there's always stuff we want to work on, but I'm really proud of them, and it was nice to get all our seniors on the board.
It's unofficial that it's going to be Rock Springs on Thursday. If that is the case, what do you guys feel like you were able to execute against Jackson here tonight that will help you against Rock Springs on Thursday?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of it was executing a press. We know what we're in for with Rock Springs. Rock Springs likes to throw out a 2-2-1 press in regionals, so we're expecting that from them. So we know that we're going to have good ball movement. We know that we're going to have to take those open shots like we did tonight. We had several rim out. You know, we could have put up even more tonight, but we took a lot of good shots. Hallie Brady was hitting some really good ones. And then Kendall's going to drive, you know. So it's a lot of things that we've been working on all season. There's not going to be a magic wand that we pull out that is a completely different game plan for us. It's just getting better and better at the things that we know we can do well. We have to rebound the ball well, and we got to limit our turnovers and push the ball in transition.
Coach, you look at what you guys have been able to do all year, and when you look at where the year started, where you guys are now, How impressed are you with the improvements that this group has made throughout the season?
You know, they've done a great job, especially with their mental toughness and their defense. We are doing such a better job on defense, getting our hand in the passing lane, getting pokes, getting steals. That's something that we were a lot more laid back at the beginning of the year. We weren't nearly as aggressive. I think we were scared of taking some of those chances, and now they see the benefit of taking those chances. You get some nice breakaway layups. So, you know, I just think they've done a tremendous job defensively compared to the beginning of the year. They've always been a good rebounding team, and then you know, when we're hot, we're hot. We're not. So hopefully we'll hit our shots here on Thursday, and can't wait.
Coach, you guys got a few more days, and then we're on to the postseason. And the message has got to be everything is equal now. Everybody's back to zeros. It's all about winning 2 more games, and you guys can punch your ticket to Casper. What would it mean to you guys if you guys were able to make that happen next week in Star Valley?
You know, that's been the goal all season, is make state, make state, make state. You know, it's something that we've always talked about, and so you're absolutely right. Everybody's going in 0-0, and we're going with the old Jim Valvano, you know, survive in advance, and that's what our game plan is. 1 game at a time, survive in advance. We know that we can have a good game against Rock Springs, and that's what we intend to do. That's all we're focused on right now, is taking care of business against Rock Springs, and I can't wait to see what our girls do, because they've grown so much, and I'm excited to see what they can do against them.
You guys lost to Rock Springs, I believe, by 3 the first time you guys played them. What stood out to you guys from the first meeting?
You know, I think what we were a little bit surprised with was some of their defensive pressure. We had a hard time hanging on the ball. We really struggled with turnovers at the beginning of the season, something we're not struggling with nearly as much. We're putting so much pressure on our girls. We're putting 6 or 7 on 5 a lot of times in practice. We're doing everything we can, so our girls are getting better and better at dealing with pressure. And so that's something that they did really well, and they did a good job of slowing Emily Sawyer down in the post, and I think Emily Sawyer's just kind of hitting her stride in the season at the right time. So, you know, I think it's going to be a very different matchup, and it's going to be about who got better throughout the season, who increased their game more.
That's Coach Stephen Neal, head coach for Evanston and Lady Red Devils. Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll talk with you later on this week. Anything else before we wrap this up?
Nope. Thank you very much, Devil Pride.
We'll be right back after this with our Get to Know Your Red Devils segment on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Basketball on MyLocalRadio.com, KNYN, and Jackson Basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
When you're hungry for a fresh, juicy burger, a thick, mouth-watering steak, prime rib, a delicious fresh wrap, an amazing salad bar with soup, veggies, and fruit, or breakfast with all the trimmings, you'll find it all at the Legal Tender Restaurant. Just thinking about it makes your mouth water. The menu at the Legal Tender is filled with delicious options. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come and enjoy a wonderful meal today at the Legal Tender Restaurant inside the Best Western Dunmar Inn on Harrison Drive in Evanston.
Evanston and Horizon High School students, start your college career now. Challenge yourself. Gain skills and confidence to help you succeed while taking credits toward the degree you want. Take Western courses for free while attending high school. Courses are paid for by Uinta BOCES number 1. What are you waiting for? For more information, call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Welcome to Get to Know Your Red Devils, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers, and we've got a special one today. Instead of talking with one of our Red Devil seniors, we thought we'd bring in some leadership, and joining us today, we have Assistant Principal Scott Kohler. Scott, how are you today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to do this really quick. I know you're a very busy person, so we'll do this quick and get it out of the way. So how it works is I've got 10 random kind of icebreaker type spotlight questions, and all you need to do is pick 4 numbers between 1 and 10, and those will determine your question. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, so what's that first number going to be?
Let's go number 1.
Number 1. So usually this is kind of asking a kid about their program, but what is your favorite memory from high school?
Oh, I loved high school. I went to Wasatch High School, graduated in 1998. Great experience. Gosh, my favorite experience. That's I chose a good question, didn't I? You know what? My high school experience was awesome. I loved high school. Maybe part of the reason I stayed. I'm still in high school, right? My senior year was pretty eventful. We were state champions in cross country my junior year, and we were runner-ups my senior year because Ogden came down to 3A, and that kind of sticks a little bit. We gave it our all, but we had a really great team, and a coach taught me a great lesson. He said, we can come here and have fun, or we can come here and compete. And we said we want to compete, and in the end we had fun too. That's
Big thank you to Scott Kohler for joining us on Get to Know Your Red Devils, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers. Get all your cement, sand, and gravel needs at Ellingford Brothers, 307-79-1515. We'll be right back with the third quarter. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN, as well as on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Dad, did you know that 80% of my learning comes through vision?
That's right. Poor vision can affect learning, attention span, reading, and confidence. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we know that annual eye exams are a critical part of your overall health and well-being.
Call to schedule an appointment, 789-3937.
Andrew Hanna with a game-high 10 points, and that ends our Uinta Eye and Vision halftime show, brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision, where our vision is to improve yours. Elan, Olliff, and Brad Francis coming to you live from the Les Schwab Plainsire broadcast booth here in Evanston High School. Red Devils lead it 23-22 over the Jackson Bronx on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Red Devils with the basketball. Lichty on the left side kicks it back over to Drew. Dillon lobs it back to Barker on the right, covered by Wetzel. Now over to Welling, straightaway three, spins in and out. Rebound is fumbled around a little bit before Clayton Cook comes out of it with the pile, and the Red Devils will get another shot at it.
That's a great shot from the senior, Caleb Welling. All but went in. Evanston doing a good job getting some open looks.
Lichty kicks it over to Barker on the right side. Open is Lichty in the left corner, now charges into the lane. Loses the ball, but Cook comes out with it. Gets it over to Smith on the right side, and he is fouled by Hanna.
Yeah, that was kind of the second half of that possession was a little all over the place. Brighton fortunate enough to pick it up in the middle of the court there, and then Andrew Hanna with the foul on the arm on the shot.
Smith to shoot two. He's got 5 so far, make it 6, and he ties the Red Devil lead now.
Brighton Smith with the big shot there at the end of the half to actually take the lead for Evanston. Maybe their first of the – well, no, they went up 9-4 right at the beginning, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And then he hits another one, and it's a 3-point lead for the Red Devils. Here's the first offensive possession for the Bronx here in half number 2. Larson gets it over to Wetzel. Great pass to Hanna, and it just didn't go. He was where he needed to be, and it just didn't fall in. Smith goes from one end to the other, puts the shot up over the defense. Rebound by Brunner, and we're back in the track meet again. Seb Brunner to the lane, puts up the floater off the base iron, hangs off of the front, kicks it back out to Wetzel. Straightaway three. Look, missed wide. Rebound is taken in by Hanna, and he bounces it off of the knees of Clayton Cook and over the baseline.
What an athletic play from the 6'7" center there, Andrew Hanna. Gets that rebound and then feels himself falling out of bounds and throws it off Clayton Cook's shin there. Just a smart heads-up play.
3 Red Devils come in. It is it is Jay Hill, Jordan Mendez, and Kai Barker back in the game. Brunner covered by Brighton Smith with the ball in the right elbow. Kicks it back over to Wetzel at the top. Now lob pass, doesn't matter though. A hold called on the Red Devils. It's Jay Hill.
Yeah, it's a tough one off ball there. I think it might have been
Actually, they called
on
it
Cook.
Clayton. Thought he showed 1-3, but.
Well, and that's him working against Andrew Hanna there. Cohen Morrow's now got to come in and do his time, and Kai Barker, they're all taking turns there.
Brunner now with Jay Hill on defense, leaves it out forward. Larson at the top, picked up by Mendez. Lob pass over to Brunner, who is got 1 foot inside the center circle. Dribbles towards the left side. A screen set up by Hannah. Lob pass from Wetzel to Hannah, covered by Kai Barker. Shot is difficult over Kai, and he missed it. Rebound by Smith, and here come the Red Devils.
Hannah's had 3 of those uncharacteristic misses right at the hoop. See if Evanston can capitalize on one of them.
Mendez on the elbow, back out to Hill, leaves it for Cohen. Tries to dribble past Hannah. Great backdoor feed to Kai, and he's fouled on the shot.
Yeah, Fairburn looks shocked at that foul. Kai kind of hurt himself with the angle, had to shoot it up backwards. Could have been an and one.
It's the 3rd one on Fairburn, and now Gavin Keelan goes to the scorer's table, and you and I talked about him off the air during the break, wondering if we're going to see more of Gavin Keelan, as he didn't really play a whole lot in the first half. First one well short from Kai.
Well, and he's going to come in for Hannah, who's in a little bit of foul trouble. Just we want to see how long Keelan can go here. Didn't get much time in the first half. But when both of those 2 big men are in, Jackson's really hard to play against. It's a little bit of a different team, and one of them's out.
Kai is short on the second one, and it goes out of bounds off of the foot of Brighton Smith.
Yeah, you'd hope Kai would convert on one of those free throws. It was good work with Brighton on the baseline there. Goes off a Evanston player's leg, though.
3-point lead for the Red Devils. Larson on the right side leaves it forward for Wetzel. Open was Fairburn, left side 3, and that one is just a touch too long. Pulled in on the bounce by Keelan, and a foul coming up against Brighton Smith.
Yeah, those long rebounds can be tough, and Brighton gets, reaching over the back of the defender there, trying to get the ball, and gets a foul.
Pass to Brunner goes beyond the time stripe. Nobody touched it, so he just calmly brings it in. Brunner tries to put a spin move on Hill. Now kicks it back out to Fairburn in the left corner. Leaves it for Keelan. The line drive 3-point shooter is not going to put up one from there. Back out towards Wetzel on the right side. Drives into the block. Over to Keelan at the top, and he's called for a travel.
You have to be impressed with Evanston's on-ball defense. None of these players out there are getting beat on the ball, which makes it really difficult for Jackson to get into any sort of offense. They're just looking for relief and outlet on those passes. Just a great defensive possession there from Evanston.
A.J. Fowler checks into the game for Fairburn as Mendez brings it over the center line. Right-hand dribble, goes to the free throw line. Great feed to Cohen, draws the foul, and one.
And is that on Brunner? I know he was close to the play. That'd be big if it's on Brunner.
It'd be his 4th. And it looks like it waiting for the number. No, it comes against Gavin Keelan. It's his 2nd one. And now an old school 3-point attempt for Cohen. Off the back iron, no good, but it is a 5-point lead for the Red Devils. Rebound by Keelan. Brunner on the left side, covered by Hill. Tries to get past the sophomore, and a foul coming up on the shot as Hill fouls Brunner, and he'll go to the line.
Well, and that's where Brunner is really dangerous. Running in transition, he just has such an explosive first step. Jay Hill does really well to stay in front, but gets a little behind on that one. Brunner senses the contact, gets the ball up for 2 shots.
The junior, Seb Brunner, puts the first one through, and it's a 4-point lead for the Red Devils. A chance to cut this down to a single possession. As Drew Barker comes in, Jordan Mendez comes out.
Brunner, the kind of player that you hope, if you're Evanston, that Jay Hill turns into. Really attacks off the ball, off the dribble. Jay Hill's got that kind of speed.
Hill on the ball, kicks it over to Barker on the left side, leaves it for Jay at the top. Over to Barker on the left, and there's a traveling trap working for Jackson. Bounce pass looking for Brighton Smith, taken by Brunner. He's on his own, goes for the layup and puts it down, but Brighton Smith is down on the court. Looks like he might have taken some contact, and it looks like we have an injury timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're tuned into First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com. and KNYN and Jackson basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network. And with all that, nope, he's back up, and he's going to stay on in the game. So we aren't going to go anywhere. We're going to keep it right here. That long spiel took up the timeout.
Sure, yeah. No, Seb Brunner here, he's kind of bringing Jackson back all on his own with these steals and breakaway layups. He's doing well.
Hill across the center line goes to Barker on the left side. Red Devils by 1 right now with 4:24 to play in the third. Goes to Cohen on the right block. Tries to go around the defense instead. Has to distribute back outside to Mendez. Barker at the top. 4:14 to play in the third. Red Devils lead 27-26. Hill bounce pass to Kai. Backing up against Hannah. Puts a hook shot up. But that one is going to roll into the hands of the 6'7" senior from Teton County. Here comes Seb Brunner on the right side for the Bronx. Drives into the elbow, and he's get called for a travel.
Evanston likes that call. I didn't see a travel there. It looked like a really good move and finish. Seb Brunner's going to be pretty upset about that one.
Clayton Cook back into the game. Kai Barker will take a well-deserved rest. So it's Cook, Mendez, Drew Barker, Hill, and Morrow on the court for the Red Devils. Brunner, Fowler, Keelan, Hannah, and Larson for the Bronx.
Well, when you see the Bronx suck into this deep 2-3 zone, that's how you beat it. You hit shots on the baseline there.
Big jumper from the baseline elbow for Jay Hill, and it's a 3-point lead for the Red Devils. Brunner lob pass to Hannah, covered by Clayton Cook and Cohen Morrow. So they have to go back out to the outside. Brunner's to the free throw line, tries a spin move. Beautiful feed to Hannah, and it's just not working today right now.
Yeah, Hannah's having a hard time finding the target there. They're getting it to him early in the possession, which you have to love if you're Jackson. Just needs a little bit more patience and composure there. He's the type of player that can make those.
Red Devils lead by 3 as Drew Barker takes the inbound play from Clayton Cook. Also, the difficulty on the shot, though, you have to give credit to Clayton Cook and Kai Barker here tonight. Great pass to Cohen Morrow from Drew Barker, off the glass and rattles through.
It's such a smart play from Coach Watsabaugh in that 2-3 zone. You screen the two top guys, get right into the middle of it, and then there's going to be open players on the baseline.
Bad pass taken away from Keelan by the sophomore Jay Hill. Goes from one end to the other, back out to Cohen, charges into the lane, puts the shot up, and draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
You start to feel the belief from Evanston, their players and the fans here. Energy starting to ramp up here in the third quarter.
It's starting, and I don't want to jinx it, but it does feel like one of those games where Evanston believes they are in this thing, and when you have a team that believes, they are dangerous as Cohen hits the shot and extends the lead out to 6.
You just have to credit Evanston's game plan here against a player like Hannah, who is one of those, perennial, we have to face Andrew Hannah tonight
He's
type players.
He's a top 3 player in the state in my book.
Yeah, they've done well to limit him. I mean, he's still getting his points, but they're making it difficult.
Cohen Morrow hard off the back iron, and it's a 6-point lead for the Red Devils. Here comes Seb Brunner against Mendez. Tries to dribble towards the right side, handoff to A.J. Fowler. And he's called for a carryover. Red Devil basketball, and everything going right for the team in white, and not so much for the team in black.
Yeah, you sense the frustration from Jackson. They know they play better than this a lot of the time. I'm sure that Coach Hatfield's going to take a timeout here at some point, calm them down, get them back to their type of basketball.
2:30 left in the third. Hill along the baseline, puts the shot up. Rebound by Cook, and 1.
Big time play from the sophomore Clayton Cook. What composure on the finish.
3 sophomores and 2 juniors on the court for the Red Devils right now. On senior night, it's the future taking over.
Yeah, it was a good drive by Jay Hill there to get pressure on the defense. He gets blocked on the shot, but Cook's right there to scoop it up.
In and out on the old school 3-point play. Rebound by Jackson. Brunner brings it towards the right side, creates some space between him and Drew Barker. Goes into the elbow, now puts on the brakes. Leaves it for Wetzel. Hannah against Cook. His shot falls through. Nice little layup from the left side.
Well, and that's where you see Hannah at his best, right? Get him the ball early, get him some space. He can work with his back to the basket or facing up.
Barker into the elbow, leaves it for Mendez. Red Devils up by 4, I believe, 34-28. Actually up by 6. Over to Jay Hill, who's open on the left side, drives along the baseline, loses the basketball, picked up by Barker, goes to Mendez. Hill in the left corner, thought about a 3, instead goes back to Mendez after going into the elbow. Tries to leave it up high for Clayton Cook, but it's taken away by Larson. For Jackson, intercepted by Drew Barker. Dribbles past Brunner, goes into the elbow, looks for the step and draws the foul.
Drew Barker had about 5 interceptions this year playing football. That's what it looked like out there on the court, and then just does the smart thing. While the defense is on their back heels, he goes for the layup, gets an arm across him. He's going to get free throw shots. Or are they going to call this on the floor?
It looks like they called it on the floor on the drive. And now Harlan checks in for Larson.
Another story here is one more foul, and we've got Jackson here in the bonus, Evanston in the bonus shooting free throws.
And it's also the 4th foul, though, on Isaac Larson. Here comes Kai Barker, puts the shot up. There's the foul. Kai's going to shoot 1 for 1, and the Red Devils will be in the bonus the rest of the game.
It's going to be interesting who that's on. Hannah looking over there now. I couldn't tell.
Waiting for it to come up on the scoreboard. It's the 4th foul as Kai hits that one. It's the 4th foul on Palmer Wetzel.
So, yeah, foul trouble starting to become an issue here for Jackson. If you remember, they were up above 10 fouls in the first half and now already 7 here in the third. Could be a story as we come to the finish here.
Especially if Evanston can hit those free throws, which so far they have. And it's a 8-point lead for the Red Devils, 36-28.
I like the move from Watsaba here. Still putting pressure on, even with a lead.
And a great tip into the out-of-bounds area by Jay Hill. The defense by the Red Devils is pretty much doing whatever they need to at will right here.
Yeah, Brunner's having a hard time. You know, they got to beat the press by committee, and they're having a hard time with those passes. Evanston's just athletic and quick to the ball.
Inbound to Brunner. Mendez keeps up with him, puts the shot up, and we've got a whistle foul coming against Jordan Mendez. It'll send Brunner to the line.
Yeah, Brunner's just got this tenacious attitude. He's going to take the game into his hands if he needs to and get to the hoop.
Check that. It's an inbound play. 4th foul on the Red Devils, 3rd on Jordan Mendez. Leaves it up towards the left side to Fairburn. Brunner with Mendez in tow. Drives into the lane. Has to put on the brakes. Gets it back out to Harlan on the top. Carson Harlan, though, he's definitely one of those all-around athletes for Jackson. Deep 3, Seth Brunner off the back iron. Rebound is out of bounds off of Brighton Smith. Tried to pull that in.
I'm not sure that Coach Hatfield wants that type of 3 where he kind of hesitates before it and it's deep. Brunner needs to wait there, be a little patient, get the best shot on the possession.
Inbound to Hannah, covered by Cook, tries to dribble past the sophomore, and he draws the foul against Cook, and I believe that's his 4th.
Well, and that's what makes Hannah so good is that first move. Clayton got behind the play there and then just came in late. Looked like he did take a little bit of a shot to the chin.
And Hannah too hard off the back iron. Clayton Cook going to come out in foul trouble. Here comes Cohen Morrow, who's done a really good job against Clayton as well, as Jay Hill is at the scorer's table ready to go in as well. And it's for Mendez.
Well, I think Coach Watsaba really loves Jay Hill playing defense on Brunner. He's getting his points, but Jay Hill has a tendency to stay in front.
0 for 2 trip from the line from Hannah, and the Red Devils get it back. 33 seconds left in the third. And a foul on Harlan against Hill. He'll shoot 1 for 1. Sorry, go ahead.
You know, that's fortunate for Evanston on both sides of the court there. On the other side, they got a foul on Hannah, which he earned, and he ends up missing both of them. On this side, just a little bit too aggressive there on the perimeter.
Andrew Hannah just checking in his free throw stats right now. I thought I gave it. That's the girls one, sorry. As first one from Hill, bounces high and rolls away. Rebound by Hannah. By the way, Hannah, send him to the free throw line. He hits 41% of his free throws as we have a whistle on the other end. Inbound play coming up for Jackson.
Now Evanston starting to get plagued a little bit with fouls. They really don't want to get beat off the dribble, so they're starting to stick out arms and make sure that the player doesn't get to the hoop.
Hannah distributes right side 3 from Wetzel, short. And a whistle. Didn't really see what happened there.
It just went off the top of the stanchion there, the bar behind, so almost fell in off the top there. I saw one earlier this year that went off the wire and down in through the hoop. Refs didn't see that one, but.
Here comes Welling, goes to Smith, and it's too hot to handle. He had it in his hands, but couldn't complete the grab. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, it's tough there. Caleb Welling sees the right pass. It's low and outside. Brighton probably should have caught it, but don't like to see that turnover.
3 seconds left in the quarter. At the buzzer, Brunner is short, and the Red Devils lead it by 8, 36-28, going into the fourth on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN. Also Jackson Hole basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Kazine's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be. With brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more, visit Kazine's Furniture at 941 Front Street in Evanston.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Seth Brunner brings the ball forward for Jackson as we start the fourth quarter. Wetzel loses the basketball. It's loose, picked up by Harlan, and now dribbles towards the right side. Kicks it over towards Fairburn, and he's fouled. Hey, real quick, want to give a big shout out to Kazine's Ace and Kazine's Furniture for sponsoring our fan cam. Of course, the best student section in the state. The Red Devils student section as Hannah goes to the line. First one is hard off the back iron, rebound by Morrow.
Yeah, Hannah's still on a cold streak here. You have to think that the junior's going to get heating up here in the end of this game. Evanston's got to watch out.
Smith on the left side, covered by Wetzel, drives into the lane, tries to find somewhere to go. Ball is loose, and we got to dive for it. We're going to have a jump ball. Where's that possession arrow? It goes to Evanston.
And who else is going to be on the ground but Cohen Morrow there? He's always the player involved. He's always going to scrap and work hard. That attitude needs to, go to the rest of the team, spread to everyone as they come to the end of this game.
Smith inbound to Barker on the left side. Drew covered by Brunner. Cohen drives into the lane, looking to pass it out to Kai, but it's taken out of the sky by Hannah.
That two-man game has worked well for Evanston. That one was a little too easy to read.
Harlan in the left corner, flings it across court, right side three from Fairburn, in and out of the net. Rebound is brought in by Hannah. Jay Hill tried to get a piece of it as well. Andrew Hannah, 6'7". Jay Hill probably about 5'6", 5'7", probably 5'8". So almost a full foot as the three ball falls through for Jackson. Good looking shot there by Fairburn. Evanston tries on the other end, and contact block. Rebound by Jackson. Here comes Harlan.
Evanston fans really wanted a foul there on Hannah down low on Hill.
Hannah trying to go over Cohen Morrow, and he does. And you mentioned it. Hannah's going to heat up at some point, and it looks like he's about to. 36-33, timeout called. We'll be right back after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com, KNYN, and on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
He got a good one here in Evanston. 3-point lead for the Red Devils over the Bronx, who some people say can go win a Western Region Championship next week when the regional tournament is in Star Valley. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll have Evanston games on mylocalradio.com and KNYN. Drew Barker in the left corner, thought about a three. Instead, they'll go to Jay Hill. Kai in the left corner, back to Jay. He's open, charges into the lane. Beautiful pass to Cohen. Instead of taking the three, the sophomore drives in, opens up Cohen Morrow, and he gets a beautiful layup.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want out of timeout. If you're Coach Watsabaugh, get 2 points, stop this run from Jackson. And that's a smart foul.
Hannah fouled by Hill. I think that's his fourth. So Evanston looking at some foul trouble here as Hannah. This has been one of the weaknesses in his game this week, or in this one, is the free throw shooting. I'm not sure what his numbers are, but it has been effective to foul him and make him earn it.
Yeah, and that might be something that Coach Watsabaugh looks at towards the end of this game if he needs to, as he sinks one, as we talk about.
Of course.
That's a great shot.
It was off the back iron, bounced high and rattled through. Good shooter's touch for the big man. 6'7" junior goes 1 for 2 from the line on this trip. Rebound by Cohen. And now he'll get it back out to Barker. Red Devils up by 4 with 5.5 to play in this one. Barker goes to Smith on the left side. Bounces it back out to Cohen at the top. Right side, Drew Barker. Over to Kai. Puts the shot up over Hannah and gets it to go.
That's a great shot from Kai Barker. Without even really looking at the hoop, he turns and kisses it off the glass over Andrew Hannah.
Brunner into the right wing rather. Holds the ball away from his body now, gets it over to Wetzel. Brunner covered by Smith. Drives in, Omo. Wow, how did he not travel? That is athletic excellence from Seb Brunner as a 3-ball goes short. But what happened was Brunner drove in to the lane, slipped, and now the ball's all over the place. Somehow called by Drew Barker. He got it back. We're going to keep it right here because I got to explain what happened with Seb Brunner over there.
Yeah, please.
So he drove into the lane. All of a sudden, his feet started coming out from under him. He started to slip, still held the dribble, and then passed it back out. On the other side of the play, Evanston gets it back. Wild pass over to the Red Devils. It goes off of one Red Devil, goes after a Bronc. Drew Barker dives on top of the ball, pulls it in, and calls a timeout.
Yeah, somehow in all that kerfuffle, Drew Barker is on the floor, hands on the ball, and Watsabaugh, smart coach, right?
Yep.
Immediately calls that timeout. Possessions are so valuable right now. Evanston feels a little momentum. They want points on this one.
They're up by 6 with 4:49 to play in the fourth. Trying to get their third conference victory of the season to give them a 500 conference record. I don't think Rock Springs is going to be looking forward to playing Evanston at all in the regional tournament with the way that these boys have been playing as of late.
Yeah, it's buckle up time for both teams. We got 4 minutes left. Who's going to close better?
Barker into the lane. Beautiful feed out to Brighton Smith. Right side three. It had to happen. It had to happen for the senior.
Brighton Smith coming up big on senior night.
And then Andrew Hannah loses the basketball on the pass. Turnover to Evanston, and this place is on fire.
Yeah, big players making big plays at the right time. Brighton Smith on the offensive end and Cohen Morrow on the defensive end.
4:27 to play in the fourth. Red Devils lead it by 9. They had an 8-point lead earlier. I think this is the biggest lead of the game. Smith on the right side to Cohen. Drives towards Brunner. Back to Smith. Right side. Same spot that last time. Spins in and out. Rebound by Hannah.
Oh, the crowd wanted that one so bad, and it was in and out.
Brunner now drives towards the right block. Kai Barker in tow. Back to Fowler. Harlan. Jump shot from the right side elbow. No good. It's too far left. Pulled in by Kai on the bounce.
You wonder when Jackson's going to start bringing a press here. It's a lot of points to make up in 3 minutes. Coach Watsabaugh wants them to slow it down.
3:47, and now Evanston in the situation where Harlan fouls Mendez, and Mendez will shoot 1 for 1.
Hatfield looks back with disbelief over there. He wanted a loose ball there. He thought Mendez lost the ball before that foul. Unfortunate for Jackson, Mendez will get to the line, and he's a great shooter.
High pressure situation. As you hit both of these, it's the biggest lead of the night for Evanston. There's a 9-point lead right now, looking to make it double digits. First one from Mendez. In. 10-point lead for the Red Devils, 44-34.
Now that is ice water in his veins. A sophomore in front of the whole crowd on senior night trying to get the upset.
Next one from Mendez. Off the back iron. Smith tried to get the rebound back, but it is pulled in by Jackson. Here comes Seb Brunner along the right sideline. Leaves it. No, it was a pass intended for Hannah, and even the 6'7" junior couldn't bring it in. It's brought in by the Red Devils.
Yeah, Brunner's mad at himself here. Jackson looking a little uncharacteristic, getting nervous here. Oh, and Brunner with the foul, too.
That's his fourth. So now you got Andrew Hannah in foul trouble. You got Seb Brunner deep in foul trouble. And that'll send Drew Barker to the line.
And you just wonder about Keelan on the bench there. He's such a big player for them. Are they going to bring him back to close the game?
Well, Evanston leads by 11, a chance to make it 13. First one from Drew, in and out. By the way, it's double bonus for Evanston, so it's not 1 for 1. He's guaranteed at 2 free throws every time now.
Evanston missing a few free throws here. You got to close the game well. Make your shots.
Barker. That one in and out, pulled in by Wetzel for Jackson. 3:20 to play in the fourth. Sends it over to Harlan. Puts up the jumper from the fadeaway jumper. High difficulty shot pulled in by Kai Barker, who boxed out Andrew Hannah again. Both of the juniors have had great success against each other. Shot by Cohen, no good. Put back by Kai Barker.
That's so smart from the junior, Kai Barker, to follow that play because it looked like it was an easy layup from Cohen, but he's right there for the putback.
Brunner flicks it over to Wetzel for Jackson. 2:53 to play. Larson back to Wetzel, lobbing it for Hannah. He's able to bring it in. Blocked out by Kai. Here comes Seb into the lane. Flicks it out towards Harlan, and no one touched it. Red Devil basketball is the call. Are they going to overturn it? They're having a conversation. Nope, they've overturned it. It's Jackson basketball. So
yeah, that official on the sideline had a little bit better angle there. Brighton Smith got a finger on it before it went out of bounds.
Seb Brunner needs to get going here to help his team out. Bad pass taken away. It's Drew Barker who just walked out in front of it. Downfield court to Kai Barker. Puts it, the layup attempt over a swatting. What is going on here? Ball is loose, and we are seeing this ball roll all over the place before Wetzel finally comes up with it. Pass to Seb Brunner. Tough defense from Brighton Smith. What is going on here? As we have a whistle to finally stop the chaos, and Coach Hatfield is heated. Timeout called by Jackson.
Well, thanks to Coach Hatfield for getting this all calmed down here a little bit. He's giving the refs a mouthful here.
And the Red Devils are wondering what the timeout is, and it's a partial timeout called by Jackson. We'll be right back after this. Everybody calm down on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN and Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
High-intensity game here in Evanston as Brunner's shot is short. And I apologize for how bad the call was, but when I said what's going on here, It was the ball went off of a Jackson player, then an Evanston player. It started on the Evanston side. We ended up on the other side of the court just fumbling the ball. Drew Barker now in the left corner. It was one of the craziest things. You could play the Benny Hill music with it perfectly. And a bad pass by Evanston. Looked like it was going to go to Kai Barker. Harlan made contact with Kai. He hits the ground. Evanston fans want to foul. Kai walking gingerly off the courts.
Yeah, it's getting scrappy here, a little bit out of control. Which team's going to be most composed and take a breath here?
A minute 43 to play in the game. Red Devils lead it 46-34 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as Brunner is fouled from behind by Drew Barker.
Coach Watsaba's not going to be happy with that one. Drew was beat, the help was there, and he reached behind looking for the poke. But you put a really good free throw shooter on the line, that leader, and Seb Brunner, and see if he can drain both of these.
He hits the first one. 9-point lead for the Red Devils. 11-point lead for the Red Devils.
You have to think that Coach Watsaba for Evanston has not been happy with the last few offensive possessions. Take some time off. Use the clock. It's in your favor right now if you're Evanston, and take a deep breath. Go home and win this game if you can.
Brunner hits both, and now the Red Devils with an inbound play for Clayton Cook with 98 seconds left in the game. Well, in the fourth. Who knows what's left in this game.
Yeah. And that's why no one on the Evanston side or any of the fans in the stands are comfortable if they're Evanston. Jackson can score in bunches, and they're a very well-coached team.
Remind you of the Kansas City Chiefs, even though they were down by 20 points at the half or 10 points at the half. You did not count them out. You're not counting out Jackson here as a timeout called for the Red Devils. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 46-36. Red Devils up on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN, and Jackson Hole basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
The fight song playing, and man, Brad Francis, what a game we have been treated to this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been high energy, intensity all night. The Evanston Red Devils came to play. I don't know if Jackson expected this kind of performance from Evanston tonight.
82 seconds on the clock. Red Devils up by 10. Red Devil basketball. Inbound to Barker. Great pass to Cook. Off the glass, no good. Pulled in by Seb Brunner. Here come the Bronx going the other way. Bad pass deflected by Mendez into the stands. And the Red Devils stop the fast break from Jackson.
Really good out-of-bounds play from Watsaba there to get a wide-open look at the hoop. Cook just a little too tough off the glass, and it rimmed out, but that was easily points.
Fowler inbounds to Brunner. Left side three from Fowler. Rebound by Drew Barker, and he's fouled from behind by Larson, and that's his fifth.
That's a big boy rebound from Drew Barker, and he gets the foul, and he'll be going to the line.
It'll be 2 as well, as they're in the double bonus. And Isaac Larson is fouled out of this ball game.
Well, and Coach Watsaba, he can taste the best win of his young career. Minute and 8 left. He's really going to encourage his team to play hard to that final whistle. It's not over yet.
But you would feel much more comfortable if you get a 12-point lead here if you are the Red Devils. If you're Jackson, you need 2 misses. First one from Barker, nothing but nets.
Yeah, he's just a tough kid, isn't he? I mean, he kind of is cut from the same cloth there as Cohen Morrow. He'll take a hit. He'll do whatever it takes to win a game, and Drew Barker hitting big free throws here.
Look at this. Caleb Welling and Dylan Lichty on for the final minute and 8 seconds of a senior game.
Coach Watsaba, that's a tough call, but a nod to his seniors there to get all of them on the floor at the same time to close this game.
Barker hits it, and it's a 12-point lead for the Red Devils. A minute 8 to play. If you are Jackson, you have to come away with points here. Harlan racing into the lane. Right side three from Fowler off of the near iron. Pulled in by Brighton Smith.
Huge rebound from the senior. It seems like he's just been there in all the clutch moments in this game.
Under a minute to play. Evanston will take their time. If they come away with points here, you got to like their chances moving forward. Lichty double team. Has to fling it out to Drew Barker, but his pass is off target, out of bounds. It'll go to Jackson with 42 seconds left.
Yeah, Jackson's going to bring that high double. They got to force movement, force turnovers. If you're Evanston, you want to look for the easy pass. Don't try and do too much.
Inbound to Brunner. He goes into the lane, puts up the jumper, falls through.
That's exactly what Jackson needs. Brunner doing the right thing, getting to the hoop quickly.
Inbound to Welling. Great pass out to Smith. Long pass to Lichty. Bounce pass to Cook. Wide open off the glass and in. And that's your Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. 20 seconds left. Over to Hanna. He puts the shot up and in. 10-point lead for the Red Devils with 14 seconds left. Smith streaking across the timeline. They try to rob him of the ball, and he is fouled with 9 seconds left.
Ooh.
And a technical foul.
Brunner, after the play, goes up and gives Brighton Smith a little shove, and he's not going to get a good reception from the Evanston crowd here.
And that's his 5th foul of the game. Technical foul, and now Brighton Smith is going to get to shoot free throws, and then they're going to inbound the ball, and I think Evanston has pretty much won this game.
Oh, yeah, no, with 4 seconds left. 10-point lead. They've locked it up. This is a massive upset for Evanston. Can't say more about how well Rob Watsabaugh prepared his team for this game. His defense was all over the place. Offense took advantage of opportunities. Evanston with a real impressive performance as they go to the regional tournament.
And it's one of those conclusions to a game that has been great where you really don't like to see it end this way as Smith misses the first one. Because Evanston will get a free inbound play after this next free throw. Smith front iron glass and rolls away.
Yeah, the senior would want those ones back, which might be his last 2 shots in this gym.
Actually, Lichty gets to shoot 2 because it was Smith who was fouled. He got the double bonus to shoot, and now Lichty gets to shoot for the technical foul.
Yeah, you want to see Lichty make one too.
If he makes one, this crowd is going to go nuts on senior day.
Yes, they will.
There it is.
Yeah, and you hear the crowd go nuts. Everybody loves Dylan Lichty. You couldn't meet a better kid. He's worked his tail off for this program, and you see the smile on his face as he comes out of the game and the rest of the seniors.
What a way to end a career, Dylan Lichty. Brian Smith coming off the Red Devil Gymnasium for the last time. What a career he has had.
Man, he started this game kind of cold, and I was a little worried it wasn't going to be his night, but that big 3 at the end of the half, the big 3 here towards the end to put it out of reach. Brian Smith, what a great game.
Brenner Lim holds the ball, and the Red Devils win this one. Final score, 51-40 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. What a win for the Red Devils as they will pick up their 3rd conference win and now get ready for regionals. We'll be right back with our postgame show after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN and Jackson Hole basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price. Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Teach your children important money management skills that will benefit them for a lifetime with a Trona Valley Federal Credit Union youth account. Understanding the importance of saving and learning how to use money wisely can be taught from a very young age. These special accounts help kids learn to save, borrow, and spend responsibly, and are perfect for young people to get a good financial start. Open a youth account today at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Happy days are here again for Evanston Red Devil fans as we welcome you to the post-game show. We'll kick it off with our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, and we are awaiting the stats to get here. But, man, I cannot wait to see it. It was a Brighton Smith who hit a 3-ball on the left side right before the buzzer of the half, putting the Red Devils up by 1, and then Evanston would not trail the rest of the game. Man, Brad Francis, what do we got to say about this one?
Well, I think you can't speak highly enough. And this is what Rob Watsabaugh will be known for in Evanston, is his defense. He just brings a tough defensive mentality to this team. And they held Jackson, who is up around 60 points a game, to 40 in this game. And that's the story, right? They made Zeb Brunner really work for all of his points. They made Hannah work for all of his points. And in the end, they came out on top.
Final score on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Evanston 51, Jackson 40. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meat. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have our Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game. That's a tough one. After this, on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN. Also, our friends at Jackson Hole Radio Network.
Hey, Mark Anderson here from Base Camp Evanston, and we're here to outfit your adventure. Whether it's RVs and trailers, power sports, or the gear to take it to the next level, visit Base Camp Evanston and discover how we're outfitting adventure today.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plainsire broadcast booth. Elan, Olliff, and Brad Francis bringing you the action live from Evanston High School. Your final score in the boys' game on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. It's Evanston 51, Jackson 40. It's time for Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Dentistry for the whole family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. And Brad, when I said that's going to be hard, I wasn't being sarcastic. It is a laughably difficult play, but I think we narrowed it down.
Yeah, we have that play that put the game on ice there with Drew Barker streaking down the left-hand side of the court. Finds Clayton Cook right there on the right-hand block. Clayton finishes it with ease, and it really put that game out of reach within, a minute left, and it took Evanston to up 11 in the game, and it just became too much for Jackson to overcome.
Congratulations to Clayton Cook and Drew Barker, your recipients of your Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the Game. Brought to you by Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Dentistry for the whole family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and Jackson Hole basketball on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
At Uintah County School District Number 1, we have a long tradition of student excellence and success. Our vision is to provide the highest quality education for all students. We do this by providing relevant and challenging instruction. We set high expectations for our students and focus on experiences that build positive relationships, promote collaboration, and encourage maximum student effort. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Taking care of yourself is important through all stages of life. Evanston Community Health Centers offers a holistic approach to a healthy body and mind that includes education, prevention, and networking. We offer medical, behavioral health, nutrition, and pharmacy services. We accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare, and have a sliding scale discount plan. Choose Evanston Community Health Center. Call 307-789-8290.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Elan, Olliff, and Brad Francis here in the postgame show. Your final score on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Evanston 51, Jackson 40. It's time for our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Pepsi, that's what I like. And what do we like? Well, not only was his performance tonight great, his entire career has been spectacular. We're going to give it to Brighton Smith. 10 points today, 6 of them were huge points. Of course, the 3-ball right before the half to put Evanston up by 1. And then with about 2 minutes left, he hit a big 3-ball from the right wing to really lift the Red Devils up in this one. And Brighton Smith gets our Pepsi Player of the Game.
Yeah, it was a difficult call. This was such a team win, So many players contributed to this one. Could have gone with Cohen Morrow, played great defense on Hannah and scored 9 points himself. Could have gone with Kai Barker, who put in 14. We decided in the end to give it to the senior for his clutch play there at the end of the game. One of those being a defensive play, too.
Yep.
That got Brunner that technical foul right at the end there.
Yep, so it is Brighton Smith, our player of the game, our Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Pepsi, that's what I like. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will let you know what's next for the Red Devils, and I will make sure we hear from Coach Rob Watsabaugh after this one on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on mylocalradio.com and KNYN. Also, our friends in Jackson on the Jackson Hole Radio Network.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. We will streamline your workflow and increase your productivity by assessing your business needs and helping you choose the correct solution that fits the needs for your business. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Whether you're a high school student or a community member looking for change, let Uinta Bosie's #1 and Western Evanston Outreach help you get started. Career opportunities await you when you further your education. Programs include workforce training, college credit for high school students, and college and career readiness. What are you waiting for? Find your passion. Enroll today. Call 789-5742 or email info@uintaeducation.org.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Tire broadcast booth as we welcome in our player of the game, Brighton Smith, our Pepsi player of the game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Brighton, man, this game, the momentum seemed to turn on that 3-ball you hit right before the half. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Drew Barker just drove in, got the guy to collapse, kicked out to me. I had to get a quick, fresh breath of air, and then I knocked it down. Gave me too much time.
Well, what was your reaction when that thing went through?
No, it definitely felt pretty good because it made that score margin go a little bit fatter. You know, it kind of like iced the team.
Yeah.
Just got Jackson on their toes after that, and then they were never comfortable.
What was the game plan coming in for you guys? I mean, obviously it worked. I mean, Andrew Hanna's going to get his, but was the plan to just kind of weather whatever storm was coming and you guys just respond?
No, we definitely had our radar set on Seb, #1, and 21 Hanna. And for the most part, in the first half, we kind of let that go. But then the second half, we kind of locked it down, locked them both down, played good defense. You know, stayed on our feet, and, yeah, helped over on my line whenever it was inbounded into the post. And, yeah.
Brian, you've had a great Evanston basketball career. This is the last time you'll play on this court as a Red Devil. Just talk about what kind of emotions that might bring up and just how proud you are of what you guys were able to accomplish here tonight.
It really felt good, especially rebounding. Our coaches put in so much effort, and any time that we ever lose, it feels so bad. Like, it feels like it falls on us, like as it should, you know. But then it looks bad on the coaches too, and we don't want that to happen. But Watts put in the work, Kofed put in the work, got us better, got us to this point that we're at right now, and that's what helped us pull through on this win.
Talk to me a little bit about those underclassmen that you've been playing with all year. How excited should Red Devil fans be for the future of Evanston boys basketball?
Oh, that's a good group, no doubt. Like, I'm crossing our fingers. We're going to work as hard as we can to make it to state this year, but if not, it's guaranteed next year. I'll tell you that right now. For the next 2 years after that, too, that sophomore group is so good. They play so well together. And just next year, they got Kai. They pretty much got the whole starting five just besides me, and someone's going to pick up. They all play better, or they all play together really well. And even if there's no one player, each player still has like 6, 8 points, 10 points each. So they all play really well. They move the ball, and they find an open shot.
Well, Brighton, next week, let's try to punch that ticket for Casper, get you to a state tournament. How's that sound?
Oh, yes, sir. Be my first one. Hopefully we get there.
That's Brighton Smith, senior on the Evanston basketball team. Brighton, thank you so much for your time. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Keep supporting, doing great things, and go Big Red.
All right. We'll go ahead and welcome Coach Rob Watsaba into the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth here. And, Coach, you get a big win here against Jackson. I mean, that was we've talked off the air. We have said Jackson is a game that we think we can get, and you guys came out and you guys executed everything to a T. Andrew Hanna, yes, he went and got 17 points, but you guys were able to kind of slow him down and kind of weather whatever storm was thrown at you. What does that say about the resiliency of these boys?
You know, I'm so proud of our team, the way that they all played tonight, all 12 that were suited. Especially our seniors, you know, for them to win on senior night is huge. And this team has been great all year. We haven't had as many wins as we would like, but they have met me halfway, if not more, in everything that's being asked of them. Their attitude has been great, and I'm just super proud of them, coming out tonight and executing a game plan. I wouldn't say that we played an incredibly great 4 quarters of basketball, but it was good enough to win, and super happy for our team and our program. We won at the freshman and JV levels today. So it's a good way to end the year for those younger groups as well.
Coach, the loudest point of the night was when Dylan Lichty put in that free throw to make it an 11-point lead and kind of put this one a little bit out of reach for Jackson. How big of a moment was that to kind of have that moment go to a senior that has kind of been an unsung hero for you guys all year?
Yeah, it's special for these seniors, their last home game here in Evanston and in front of such an incredible atmosphere, second to none. And having him out there on the free throw line, knock it in, it's a big moment that will stick, with him for the rest of his life. But hats off to Caleb, Dylan, and Brighton. They have been great seniors. I think that they're showing these younger guys the things to do and telling them, keeping them away from the things they're not supposed to do. So they've helped out our program. They've been incredible at practice, pushing, some of our younger guys that are getting some of that time to be better. And they've been competitors, and they competed tonight, and they came away with the win, and super happy for those 3 kids.
Coach, we always hear that there's 3 seasons in a basketball season: the conference season, the preseason, and now the postseason. You guys are starting postseason. Everything is level. What does a win of this magnitude against a team that is so highly touted in the West, what kind of confidence and what does that give you guys in preparation for the postseason starting on Thursday?
The message after the game, after we got done talking about the seniors and the win, is this team can play with anybody. We just got to show up and do 4 quarters of how we know how to play basketball, and our story is far from finished. And I know that they believe it. We just got to go out and execute and do it. And the win versus Jackson tonight, they beat Riverton, and some bigger schools. We can do that too. And gaining that confidence, knowing that we can do that, does help a lot going into regionals next Thursday.
It's your last time in front of this student section, these fans. You want to kind of give them some love a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. It's before the game, I came up from the middle school from our JV game, and you walk in and you can hear the noise from the parking lot. And it's truly an incredible place. The fans here, have had our backs. Us and the girls basketball team, we don't have as many wins as we would like, but they still show up and they support our boys and girls incredibly well. And I can't thank them enough. I love playing at home. I wish we could play all of our games at home. But yeah, super grateful for what we have here in Evanston. The support, from the community and everyone is incredible. And thank you for a great year at home. And follow us along for the rest of the ride this year. We're planning on making some noise.
Absolutely. That is Coach Rob Watsabaugh, Evanston boys head basketball coach. Coach, congratulations on a big win here on Senior Day. Good luck on Thursday. We'll talk with you more later about that when the brackets get released. Anything else before we wrap this one up?
No, we appreciate everything that you guys do for us as well, and go Red Devils.
All right, that is going to wrap things up. Let's bring in Brad Francis for some parting thoughts, as it has been a big day of basketball in Evanston. Girls get a big win, putting up almost 60 points on Jackson, and Evanston with a double-digit win over Jackson on the boys' side. Just parting thoughts, as this has been a fun afternoon.
Yeah, you love it for these seniors here at Evanston. We celebrated them and honored them today for the hard work and dedication that they've put into these programs. To see both of them get wins tonight for their final game on their home court was just a cool thing to see. A lot of those students, I was fortunate enough to coach and teach here at Evanston High School with those kids, and it's just good to see them go out on top.
And that is going to do it for our broadcast here from Evanston High School. On behalf of our producer back at the studio, Mr. Colton Bagley, our executive producer is Val Cook, our other producer is Sean Hando, our sales manager, Matt Petrie, our sales associates, Miss Julie Burley and Miss Sarah Pay, and our office manager, Miss Kayleen Anderson, as well as the rest of the staff at My Local Radio Sports. We have the voice of the Valley, Dennis Bedwell, voice of the Rich Rebels in Utah, Mr. Aaron Pulling, voice of the Jackson Bronx in Jackson, Mr. Jake Nichols, and voice of the Preston Indians in Idaho, Mr. Dan Hubbard, and of course, my good friend, voice of the Westside Pirates in Idaho, Mr. Cody Olson, and my broadcast partner, Mr. Brad Francis. I'm Elan Olliff saying we'll see you next time the ball flies, which will be right here on mylocalradio.com and KNYN when Evanston starts their journey through the postseason at the 2023 4A West Regional Tournament in Star Valley. Starting on Thursday, we'll have game times and matchups later on when they're released. Thank you guys so much, and take care.
A wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devil Sports on mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Devils!